impressively.
Hayes will have 2 runners, including the favourite at 2s and Wakeful Stakes runner-up Lan Kwai Fung, who will be ridden by man of the moment, Karen McAvoy.
Omen bets, well, they've been pretty good. They've been better to follow than the form so far over this carnival, but a favourite's finally got up. Will another one get up here? We'll find out soon enough. Lolita Star, the favourite at 3.10. Chances to the top 2, Pont and Flyer at all-time high. Look, she's over the odds, all-time high at $10. There's big odds at $7.40. The one beneath it, also Lan Kwai Fong, well in the betting. And then you've got big odds about the rest of them. Curvaceous, solid favourite. Pont and Flyer, $12, all-time high, 7. Donna Dior at big odds, $40 now. Dashing Granada number 5 at 17, 10 at 6.30, Lan Kwai Fong 9.90, Dayanira 9.60, clearly number 4 the favourite. Scale the Heights number 10 if you want an outsider, it's at 74, Lovelorn just a plus. And I noticed it has come in probably about 70 points, which seems
a lot of money. It's a little bit shorter than it is on the tote at $42. Massive odds, Hoochie Mama. But the biggest go in the last 10 minutes is for number 6, Tanner. They've backed it like it can't get beat. Lolita Star will jump the favourite, Peter Donegan.
The Oaks. Pont and Fly just checked off heels at the start by Dashing Granada. Getting away well was Tanith with Lovelorn, and spearing through now was Hoochie Mama and speared in wider from Lan Kwai Fong. Then Scale the Heights, Dashing Granada, Curvaceous just getting checked off heels, 2 lengths to all-time high. Then Acado on the inside from Bikini Miss, a length away Pont and Fly at Dayanira. Lolita Star, Miss Bikini's over on the rails, and then all-time high Lolita Star about 10 lengths from the leader. 2 lengths to Pont and Fly at Dayanira, and Donna Dior is last, running up to the turn on the Oaks, about 700 to go. Lan Kwai Fong getting level with Spear Dent. Hoochie Mama third, Curvaceous making a run, then Scale the Heights and Tanith. Acado struggles on the inside of Miss Bikini. Lolita Star hooked wide with Curvaceous as they turn for home. Lan Kwai Fong in front. Lovelorn gets up outside of it now, then Scale the Heights. Lolita Star travelling into a Dashing Granada, making its run with it, and then came Hoochie Mama. Lovelorn goes up to Lan Kwai Fong. 2 lengths away, Dashing Granada with Lolita Star under the whip. Lovelorn, Lan Kwai Fong, Dashing Granada, and Lolita Star still coming. It's Lovelorn, Lan Kwai Fong, Dashing Granada. Then Lolita Star, Lovelorn in front. Dashing Granada trying to run it down. Lan Kwai Fong and Lolita Star. Lovelorn in front near the line, and Hawks has done it again. Lovelorn wins it. Photo the miners, Lan Kwai Fong and Lolita Star. Then came Dashing Granada, Tanith. Next home would have been Miss Bikini. Further back, all-time high from Scale the Heights, Hoochie Mama, Donna Dior. Pont and Flyer, then
Lolita Star is coming down the outside. Lan Kwai Fong and Lovelorn together in front of Dashing Granada and Lolita Star. 150 metres to go now. It's Lovelorn and Lan Kwai Fong fighting it out at the moment with Dashing Granada and Lolita Star. Lovelorn, Lan Kwai Fong. Lovelorn put the head in front. Lovelorn has won it. Hawks, he's won it again from Lan Kwai Fong. Either Lolita Star or Dashing Granada for third.
974 are the official numbers. 4th in Dashing Granada, who looked a fantastic chance, and 5th in was Tanith. Tanith had a pretty good run, but maybe did feel the effects of Saturday. Had a far easier run, and it didn't quite quicken with the other horses.
No, had a beautiful run. In fact, I was thinking in the run, gee, I'd love to.
Thanks, Ash. It's a great time to come alive, and great crowd. And, you really get pumped up in all the atmosphere.
It's a great gutsy win, and full credit to the horse, and great ride by Brett Preble.
It's a long straight at Flemington, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I'm sort of about to feel on the go. I didn't want the winning post when she hit the front. I was hoping the winning post was going to come pretty quick.
A bit different to last year because Tributes was getting home all over the top of them. You wanted the straight to be a bit longer last year.
Yeah, exactly right. Tributes was back in the field and works the line strong. So, no, it's great to win back-to-back Oakses.
She's obvious.
Yes, Tim, $19.40 for Lovelorn. Number 9, defeating 7 at $2.60 the place, and Lolita Star, the favourite, running third, $1.50. The place dividend for Lovelorn, $6.30 on Super Tap.
Bookmakers again, just same old story, just loaded up there with Lovelorn winning. There's plenty of money on Lolita Star, the unlucky Tanith, and Hoochie Mama gave some cheek before petering out. But the bookmakers...
The Hayes family, the only Group 1 race that has eluded the Hayes family is the Oaks, and there it was again.
Quite astounding that, isn't it? Because the Hayes family have nearly won every Group 1 on the Australian calendar several times. So they weren't far away this time. They ran the placings. They just couldn't beat the winner. I'll stick my neck out here and hazard something here. Last year, the Oaks was won by Tributes, who never really rose to the top, and neither did much behind it, and I suspect the same may happen again. All good luck to the connections of the ones who ran the placings in the Oaks this year, but I don't think it was the best Oaks I've ever seen.
Well, it's a tough call, Rich, and time will tell whether you're right or wrong. Lolita Star was a 7-4 favourite. She was expected to win after dominating win in the Wakeful, but she lost this Oaks before the barrier. She fizzed up. I've not seen a filly fizz up as bad as her before a big race, Rich.
Yeah, that happens, and you know,
Here are the totes. Oh, it's probably not right because there are other chances. Notoire is the other one of the chances there, but certainly Blackbean and Mannington do look the two here, Jen.
Yes, I agree, Peter, and I like Blackbean. He's backing up from his Saturday run. He's on a slow track. Of course, he's got a drier track here today. He's a terrific straight horse, and likewise Mannington is as well. She's a 3-year-old filly in the race. She's done nothing wrong in the...
Yes, Peter, Toledo at $12, Iron Horse at $37, $3.60 for Blackbean, and around the $19 mark Ab Initio, $7.80 for Notoire, $19 for Ruthless Tycoon, then Giscard number 9 at pretty generous odds as well, Super Elegant just into the double figures, and Mannington at $2.30 is the warm favourite.
Been firm, no money for anything. In fact, to be quite honest with you, Blackbean's been a noted drifter down here. If anything, there's been a bit of specking for Notoire, but as it...
And they're racing now. Giscard from the outside gate jumped away quickly, and he'll go straight to the outside rail. They're all going to work their way across. Ab Initio was up there. Mannington showing early speed. In fact, she'll take up the running now from Notoire, and Ab Initio Super Elegant heading up towards the 800 metres now, and the leaders are Mannington from Notoire. In third spot, Ab Initio, Ruthless Tycoon, Giscard. Then came Blackbean. Super Elegant is the furthest one in from Toledo, and 3 lengths to Iron Horse. Racing onto the course proper, 500 to go. Notoire just in front of Mannington, Ab Initio. And then came Blackbean moving into it from Super Elegant, Ruthless Tycoon, Giscard, Toledo, and then Iron Horse. 400 to go. Mannington put under some pressure. It's joined Notoire, Blackbean after the pair, then Ab Initio, Giscard. Notoire fights on Blackbean. Mannington still coming to centre. Blackbean's reeling them in now. Blackbean goes up to Mannington and Notoire and then Toledo, but it's Blackbean in front of Mannington and Toledo, and Blackbean wins it a neck. Blackbean first beat Toledo and Mannington, then Notoire, Giscard, Ab Initio, Ruthless Tycoon, Super Elegant, and Iron Horse. Iron Horse.
Blackbean ridden by Brett Preble. That's his 3rd win for the day, and I think it puts him on top in the riding performances over the carnival now, Dan. But gee, didn't he have an armful of horse coming to about the 300?
Really?
Look, just what a compliment. The other day, he probably got to the front a bit soon and on the wrong side, so Brett knows him very well. And, the horse runs very light and straight, and he did so again today.
You backed him up here, Matty, and I don't think he's ever really backed up.
The second to Toledo, $2.90, and 11 Mannington, $1.30. Quinella of $18.50, Exacta $34.60, Trifecta $64.10.
One was a big drifter in the market, that's for sure, and certain Blackbean, and a lot of punters obviously didn't think the horse could back up, but it was pretty impressive. Brett Preble now ridden the 3 of the last 4 and finished second on the other, and he's on the favourite in the last.
Let's have a look at the Maribyrnong Plate yesterday. Now here's a filly, a 2-year-old filly by Dane Hill out of Perfect Cocktail by the name of Longestine, trained by Peter Hayes. Played up at the start, reared up, threw itself down, but by golly, she still produced the goods at the end. Catman was heavily backed into favouritism, but weakened.
Going to cross grandstand side. Devlin got away well. Longestine jumped a lot better today than she did the other start. And Golly is stint last as they hit to the 400 metres. And it's Catman, one of the leaders. Devlin, the grey, is closest to us. Longestine's putting in a burst, and so is Desert Angel coming home very well. And they've got down towards the 200 metres. Desert Angel and Longestine go to the lead together over Catman, Devlin, and then came Malagramess. Longestine and Desert Angel. Longestine's coming home the better in the last 100 metres. Drew away a couple of lengths in front, Longestine, and she's bolting away from them, and Longestine won it by 2.5 hard held from Desert Angel second, Malagramess third, Devlin is fourth, and then...
Yeah, she's pretty good, Longestine. 2 starts for 2 wins. Her first up win in Adelaide was a ripper of a run too. Okay, after the race, horses. Yes, Rich, she certainly got her all fired up yesterday prior to the start, didn't she?
She did. She's got a bit of an attitude problem about the gates. She doesn't like the starting gates. She doesn't want to go near them. They virtually had to lift her off the ground to get her in. But once she was in, she did leave the gates and give them a toweling. Here we are. We can see them on screen here, the barrier attendants. Look, there's a bevy of them. They're like a rugby scrum trying to push her in.
You keep your eye on her now because she is a very cantankerous girl. She's about to let go.
Yep. and straight over backwards too. It really fell on a side, which is a lot less dramatic than flipping over backwards. Didn't hit her head, didn't injure her back, and the veterinary stewards behind the gates were confident to let her run. Look at her hind feet off the ground here, and they will literally pick her up and throw her in the gates, which is a tremendous effort from the barrier attendants, really.
Absolutely, they're very strong men, and stewards again weren't impressed, and despite the win in the race by Langustine, they've asked her to barrier trial again before she's allowed to race.
I think that's fair enough, and I don't think, but she was very impressive. I was a little suspicious of her form coming into the race. I thought they might have been ordinary horses she beat in Adelaide. Subsequently, the horse she beat in Adelaide came out and won its race yesterday impressively, pick of the crop, and Longestine really gave the others no chance in this race.
Well, look at her going to the post. As Shadow said, this is a very good filly. I'm sure she'll steer one of the...
First up, the final Group 1 race of the Cup Carnival. With the latest on the Emirates Stakes, Tim Hodges has
good bruising yesterday. Original fears the pumper had broken a collarbone allayed. Intensive physio ensuring Cassidy will be a certain starter in a bid to win a third consecutive Emirates Stakes when he rides the equal favourite Umrum.
I'm getting like to ride.
His only dilemma now, jumping from barrier 1, believing the inside to be a cow paddock after a heavy week of racing and overnight rain.
I'm sure they'll get off the fence tomorrow. But look, they all got off the fence at Caulfield. I found the right lane hard up against the fence. If I take the punt and do that tomorrow, it might be the right option. If not, I'll be looking to get off the fence.
Umrum.
To get off the fence.
Umrum.
Line them up, Jared. I've gone Testarossa at 10 to 1, Umrum 9 to 2, Adam 16 to 1, Go Flash Go 10 to 1, Higher 9 to 2, Scoop 5 to 1, Matter of Honour 6 to 1, French Clock 25 to 1, Crawl 12 to 1, Pace Invade 1.
great depth in this field, Matty, and look, it's one of the hottest fields you've seen in this race.
I've never seen a hotter Emirates than this. The fact that Testarossa, such a great miler, is 10 to 1. He's a longer price for this than he was for the Cox Plate. That's an indicator of just how much depth there is in the Emirates this year.
Oh, well, let's...
He's been an enigma, there's no doubt about that, but the speed here will ensure he gets a lovely run. I think he can finish over the top of them to beat number 11, Matter of Honour, the rising star, and for me, to break my drought.
Okay, and it has been a severe drought. That's all right. I'm going with the stablemate, number 13, Crawl. I think he's too well weighted, and he has been running well at these miles.
I'm off at the line. I like Crawl and Gallopini as my two chances. A bit of value and hoping for...
But in this race, as the board just goes up, is number 2, Umrum. Just a tick under each way odds. There's about 5 or 6 chances. And Peter Donny...
One of the day, but it's a wide open betting affair. Almost 4 to 1 the field here, Jen, and it's entitled to be too.
Yes, it is. It's a great field lining up for this. Peter, I'm going with... It's a great field lining up for this. Peter, I'm going with number 13 here, Crawl. I just thought, there you go, the odds there, $18.50 is paying at the moment. I thought the second, number 11, Matter of Honour, and the third, Weasel Will, and maybe a little outside of number 16, Gallopini.
We're at $12, Pete. Umrum at $4.70, and the favourite, 3 Adam at $33. Go Flash Go 21, Higher at $5.80, Scuzzy Please $9.30, Camarina nearly $20, Weasel Will $10.60. L.A. Suez, who's broken out badly, he's 49, he's really in a muck lather. $32 El Mirada, $7.20 Matter of Honour, $43 French Clock, 18 Crawl, 86 Pace Invader.
To separate the 2 and the 5, Umrum and Higher, both about each way odds. They certainly come for Higher in the last 10 minutes. It's probably been the best back runner in the race. Matter of Honour's had some specking, and Testarossa, I suppose, just sentiment for some of the punters. But at the moment...
And they're racing now. A little slow to begin was Acapulco, and even Go Flash Go may have missed it slightly. Matter of Honour trying to lead, and Camarina jumped away well. Umrum handy with French Clock in the early part. Now Adam is working its way forward. It's 3 wide, but it's rushing up towards the leaders, and El Mirada in 5th spot early. French Clock's just a travel. Matter of Honour in front. Adam goes up into 2nd spot. Third, the inside was Umrum getting a favourable run, and Camarina around it 4th. 2 lengths to French Clock, and then came El Mirada, Go Flash Go. Another 2 lengths to Weasel Will, who's wide around Scuzzy Please, and then Pace Invader the inside from Gallopini. Higher well back in the field at the moment, and then towards the tail with Crawl, with Acapulco the inside, Testarossa racing wide, and last is L.A. Suez approaching the 600, and Matter of Honour's in front. Adam outside of it 2nd, then Camarina 3rd, Umrum running 4th. Next El Mirada, then Go Flash Go out very wide, coming around the turn. Next Scuzzy Please, the great Pace Invader down towards the rails, and then came Crawl. Higher making his run towards the inside from French Clock. Matter of Honour in front, 400 to go. From Adam, Higher and Crawl Crawler getting right up along the inside. Wider out, Weasel Will is running on, so too is Testarossa. The leader, Matter of Honor. Testarossa out wide with Weasel Will, then Adam. Umrun getting through, then Pace Invader. Testarossa wide out, goes up there, hit the lead from Weasel Will. But it's the top weight, Testarossa. What a run. Testarossa wins it from Weasel Will. Crawl third, then Umrun. Next time was Akabilk, and then came Adam. Further back to Pace Invader. Further back, Gallopini, French Clock. Next, Camarina from El Mirada. Higher dropped out. Next in was Adam with Go Flash Go. Scuzzy Please weakened. LA Suez at the back of the field.
Through on the rail, so is Crawl and Higher. El Mirada coming down the outside from Scuzzy Please, then Weasel Will and Testarossa very wide. Right across the track, Matter of Honor in front of Umrun, Pace Invader and Crawl on the fence. Here's Weasel Will and big Testarossa. He started to come right down the outside. Testarossa, he's got the Crawl. Weasel Will goes with Testarossa, but Testarossa's coming away, and Testarossa takes it out by a length and a quarter. Weasel Will, Crawl is third, Umrun fourth, then Akabilk.
Ride by Paddy Payne. The horse drew 18, had 59 kilos. We just brought him along beautifully.
Here's Mark Ace.
He's star, absolute star. We thought we'd give him a run for the Hong Kong mile, and he's just blown them away.
Well done, and his 9 kilos, barrier 18. You got back a long way, and just isn't he a good horse?
He's a great horse. He just had him so easy today. I even got to the front. I thought, oh, geez, he's got here too easy. This horse was great.
Did he travel nice throughout?
Oh, beautiful, very relaxed horse, and just waited for me to.
True, what a great win. It's amazing to think he could actually start at $14.20 on the Super Tab. $4.30 for the place, $3.20 for Weasel Will, $4.70 for Crawl. The Quinella 81.20, Exacta paid $2 to be the winner 10 times out of 10.
Oh, he's a champ, and bookmakers are very happy with the result, that's for sure, and certain they left the money in the bag with Umrun, Higher and Matter of Honor. Higher was the official beaten favourite in the race. In the next, it doesn't get any easier.
Yesterday. Yeah, a fantastic win coming from last. I mean, no one thought it could be done. From about the 800 metres on, I'd written him off. Had you written him off?
Not at that point, because I thought that Paddy gave him good cover, even though he was a little bit wide, and I thought he rode him as good as anyone could yesterday, and once he had cover, I was happy with all that.
Now, we in the Italian colours out second widest, putting in the run. He's got 59 kilos. He had the wide gate. That's why he was at such big odds. He won against the odds. Couldn't believe he'd run away at the finish with that weight, Dean.
No, well, I thought with the weight he'd probably grind away a bit like he did in the Eat Well, Live Well Cup, Keith, but that was a bit of the old Testarossa back with the ping that he used to have as a younger horse.
Now, Weasel Will, he did you some favours in the run. He actually cut the breeze for you a bit.
Oh, a little bit, Richard. We got in a nice slipstream in behind him, and thanks to the jockey of his past rides, Brett Preble.
Well, is that a little...
Testarossa.
Is that a little...
Testarossa, Hong Kong versus Sunline?
Yes, Joe, his next run will be in Hong Kong over the 1600. The last I heard that Sunline is going to run in that, but I also heard that she probably might be a late on for the 2000 because of the Emirates World Series races. So we're hoping that she goes for that, but if she doesn't, we'll have to take her on again.
Dean, how difficult is it to prepare?
It's a new four-letter word in Melbourne. It's called higher. It was well backed yesterday and out the back again, Rich.
I think I've always said High's been overrated, Keith. I've never overrated the horse. I don't even think John Hawkes has ever really overrated the horse. I think the hype got on him and a bit of a boom got on the horse, and it built itself. And I think the bubble has burst now.
6-1 to 4-1 yesterday, and raced like a 50-1 shot.
Talking Elizabeth Stakes, a Group 2 event over 2,500 metres, the 47th time they've run this. Dan Malicki, Cronus the favourite, but it's an open race.
It certainly is. Cronus, $4.30, $12 for Ancient City, $15 Frenzal Rom, $5.40 Oxford Dollar, $7.11, and Zartea at $7.50 is well in the market.
Any confidence at all now from myself and probably Dan and Mayshield, Gary Willett. So
stood there again, missed at 5 lengths, but that's not unusual for him. Does it all the time. Zartea and Comfort's the best two to jump out. Comfort's in search of the lead. In third spot, Fuss on the inside of Cronus, who works his way across, one off the rail out of the straight, so he gets to third now, the favourite. In fifth position, 100 metres to travel. Rail out of the straight, so he gets to third now, the favourite. In fifth position, 100 metres to travel. And Savrocker just in front, but they're packing up around it now. Savrocker, Fuss going up on the rails. Comforts, Frenzel Romans, Artea's the widest runner. He'll be tracking a very wide course coming around the turn. Macabeo, Cronus is running on, then Ancient City, Mayshield, Oxford Dollar. So they are stretched across the track, rounding the turn. Widest runner was Zartea going up to Comforts. Fuss cut the corner. Cronus and Mayshield to the outside are running on strongly. Plenty of chances at the 400 metres. Fuss may have taken the lead. From Savrocker coming back, Ultra Smug with it. Mayshield out wider from Cronus. It's Savrocker going to a narrow lead from Ultra Smug. Mayshield down the outside. It's Savrocker and Ultra Smug, the two greys from Mayshield. Savrocker in front. Preble getting plenty out of it. Savrocker a half a length in front of Ultra Smug, and Preble done it again. 9 winners, Brett Preble wins at a length. Ultra Smug second, third home was Mayshield. Then Fuss, next home Macabeo, Cronus next, and then Ancient City. Comforts, Oxford Dollar, Frenzel Roms, Artea at the back.
Well, again for the carnival. If anyone had said to you last year after the great carnival you're going to do it again next year, what would you have said?
Said you got to be on some sort of drug or good drinking.
And Savrocker, you know, he's done the part for you. I think he was going to turn him out after he won down at Geelong, wasn't it, the Geelong Cup? And now he's come out here and helped you on the way, and you've still got another one to go on the last. So can you...
Stood for 52 years, and now he's equalled a record that stood for 12 months, and it's his own record. 9 winners over the Melbourne Cup Carnival. There's the official finishing order.
$14 and $2.10. $1 and trifecta dividends are there for you.
Mayshield, $2.10. The two greys in the race running first and second.
I was down there about Melbourne racing, doesn't it?
And they broke.
Yeah, it's a fantastic week down here, and 350,000 people nearly through the gates for the Melbourne Cup Carnival for the 4 days. Fantastic. They'd broken the record by the time Emirates Stakes Day came along, so it was all a bonus after that. So
it was Brett Preble's week again, wasn't it? 9 winners, equaling his tally in the saddle of last year.
Who would have thought he could do it again? It's been one of the great riding efforts. 2 years in a row, he has ridden 9 winners, and that's a sensational effort.
I make this point.
Yes. About exciting prospects. Past time, I think it's 2 or 3 barrier trials, 8 lengths, 10 lengths, 12 lengths. Won its first race start at Gosford by about 8 lengths. And was much heralded as it had its first appearance in town yesterday, and won similarly by about 6 or 8 lengths.
On the rail, Pastime in front, being nursed over the hill, got away, led 2 lengths, Divine Lily. Mullion Creek, Aussie on the fence, and then came Mustard. He produced the Persuader, and Pastime zing clear at the 100 mark. He's 4 lengths in front of Divine Lily. Aussie on the fence from full speed ahead. Pastime has run them right off their legs and is going to bolt in. Won at 5 lengths at the post. Divine Lily second from Aussie, although that's very tight.
Pastime was clearly the highlight of the day yesterday at Randwick, winning the 5th on the program at only his 2nd start. Prior to that, he'd won his maiden at Gosford very impressively by 5 or more lengths, as you could well vouch, Graham, because you had a runner in the race. Yeah. Trained by little-known trainer Tim Walsh, who's based at Hawkesbury, and after the race...
Before we take you back there, it's Toledo 360, Paint 720, Sports 320. Mastic 960, Make Mine Magic 680, Cullen 11, Windigo 13, and runs to win $25. Malcolm. Now Sandown race 4, Toledo's at 260, Paint 760, 430 Sports, Mastic 11, Make Mine Magic 730, Cullen $8, Windigo 17, runs to...
And racing, and not a bad start. And Cullen the first to break the line. Paint got out fast, and Sport settled down third from Mastic. Windigo runs to win Toledo, and Make Mine Magic settled down at the tail of the field. Then by Mastic on the inside of runs to win. Make Mine Magic making a forward move, and Toledo is last of all by the 800 metres. Cullen set the tempo by a length to Paint, a length and a half to Sports, and then Windigo. Next, Make Mine Magic moving up to 5th, followed by Mastic, ridden along, and then Toledo, and runs to win as they near the corner. And Cullen by a neck here to Paint, 2 lengths Windigo, Sports on the rail, and then came Make Mine Magic, Toledo spotting them 6 or 7 around the turn. By the 400, Cullen kicked away on Paint, Sports on on the rail, and then came Windigo down the outside from Make Mine Magic, but Cullen headed to the 200, and he leads by a length and a half. Paint coming again, and Sports is trying for a narrow gap. There's not much room there. Cullen from Sports and Paint on the outside, then Make Mine Magic. Cullen with Sports coming at him. Sports finishing the better in the middle. They go to the line, and Sports has won it. Sports has overcome trouble to get there and beat either Paint or Cullen. Make Mine Magic fourth, and they were trailed further back in the field then by Mastic and Toledo. Runs to win and Windigo.
Now, Sandown. The Proximate, Sports the winner, defeating Paint and Cullen. Quinella $10.90. Trifecta $129.
And John
Market on the Sandown Classic, which is race 6. It's 5 Slavonic, the top rated, 2 Referral, 6 Pastor Express, 7 Forgotten Hero. 5, 2, 6 and 7 are the ratings. Here's the total call. It's Gold Guru 12, 470 Referral, Cronus 11, $17 Vitaman, Slavonic 780, Pastor Express 11, 13 Forgotten Hero, Brave Chief at $18, number 8, Jamestown 36, 10 out, Frenzel Rom 34, 48 Machi King 24, Bulkhead $5.80, race 6 at Sand. Classic Gold Guru 15, 440 Referral, Cronus 11.19, Vitaman 13, and Bulkhead $5.10.
The day, very open, wide betting race, spirited betting in the event. The best tried Referral and Bulkhead, and they're set to run. Little movement from Referral. They're away. He jumped okay. Referral, Cronus out alongside him just reasonably, and Slavonic down on the rail, one of the first out. Bulkhead got away well with Pastor Express, and Jamestown prominent down there. Brave Chief from his outside barrier is working up. Vitaman and Yammer are just inside him as they came down the straight the first time. And Brave Chief out very wide, working to the lead inside the 200 the first round. Vitaman up to second. On his inside is Yammer, and they're followed by Jamestown fourth and Cronus 1200. The course record is in jeopardy here. Brave Chief leading by about 4 lengths. Second Vitaman, 4 lengths to Cronus, 3 lengths to Yammer. 2 lengths further back is on the inside Jamestown from Forgotten Hero. 2 lengths behind these Pastor Express with Slavonic, and over on the inside is Apache King. Pastor Express is racing 3 deep there. 2 lengths to Bulkhead, and then Referral, Gold Guru, and they're followed then by Make a Scene next to last as Ultra Smug and Frenzel Rom. At the 800, running downhill to the turn, they're strung out over plenty of territory. Brave Chief by 2. Vitaman is second, 3 lengths to Cronus, 4 lengths to Yammer. Jamestown. Pastor Express round the outside of Forgotten Hero. Here's Bulkhead taking off with his run, and Referral tries to get onto his back. Slavonic, Apache King next from Gold Guru, Make a Scene, Ultra Smug, and Frenzel Rom. They swing the corner. Brave Chief at the 400, still led by 3 Vitaman, 3 Cronus, and Forgotten Hero starting to come home. Then came Pastor Express and Bulkhead down the outside. Referral a long way back. Brave Chief neared the 200 with a 4-length break. Forgotten Hero, the Queenslander, looked to be the danger. And then Pastor Express, Brave Chief 100 out from Forgotten Hero. Pastor Express started to get them. Brave Chief still clear though. Under the whip, all the way for Brave Chief. A brave win. Brave Chief has won it from either Forgotten Hero or Pastor Express in a photo. And then came Referral, Gold Guru and Jamestown. And next is Cronus, Ultra Smug, Make a Scene. Back behind those horses then were Yammer, in company with Apache King, Bulkhead and Slavonic, Cronus, Vitaman and Frenzel Rom.
Andrew, unbelievable. I'm absolutely shaking with disbelief. I am so proud of the horse. We thought he was a bit of a wet tracker, as you well know, and he came out today and just done it. Adrian said he was home at the 450, and I said, sit down, Aid, and wait, don't make an idiot of us. But Aid was right. He knew the horse so well, and he just kept running.
You've run 2:24.3. You've shattered the record by nearly 2 seconds.
And what can I say? Like I just love him, and everybody knows what he means to the Ledger family. George had him for his first 2 starts and passed away, and the emotion and the feeling with this win, I'm not pole vaulting today, I'm just over the moon.
Fantastic. Go down there and enjoy it.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Thank you.
Johnny Ledger from Wangaratta, and he's made the trip here.
We can feel the reverberations out of Wangaratta from Sydney, Melbourne, all over the place. Well done, John Ledger. Beautiful, beautiful ride by Patrick Payne, wasn't it, eh?
Fair risks on Brave Warrior, but what an amazing horse. He either wins or he gets well beaten. He very rarely runs a place, and you never can tell when he's going to do it.
And yesterday's time of 2:24.3, to my knowledge, is the fastest 2,400 metres ever run in Australia. It bettered Diatribe's Caulfield Cup record-breaking time. This horse, Brave Chief, is a brave heart. He's the Burnbar of the bush. He's trained at Wangaratta. He's had 53 races before yesterday. His prize yesterday of 360,000 was little more than he'd won previously. He'd won 440 before that.
Burnborough of the bush.
Well, he is. He's sensational.
He doesn't race like Burnborough.
Well, he races like Bo Rogue of the 80s,
Exactly, but
yeah.
you would have seen Burnborough, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, and you were
as follows. On top is 3 Crystal Finale from 14 Wyndham Special, 5 Sport 5, 390 Keffel, Crystal Finale 880, 760 Scenic Warrior, 540 Sporting Scribe, Warrabinda 11, Pearly, Neptune's Journey 12, 68 Senor Luro, Scratch
Scribe turned in an outstanding run in that Carbine Club. John Hooks racing. Crystal Finale got away okay with Wyndham Special down on the inside. Away fast as Even Sam in the middle. Warrabinda shows pace with Senor Luro. As they settle down, Keffel dropped out to be next to last, and Burley is last of all by the 1400. Six to Burley. At the 900, Warrabinda set up the tempo by about 3 lengths and goes along quickly from Wyndham Special and Senor Luro. Polish Echo fourth outside of Crystal Finale, 2 to Scenic Warrior having a good trail. Sporting Scribe on the inside of Neptune's Journey from Even Sam. Around the outside is Inspire, followed by Paradiddle, Keffel on the rails, and Burley last of all. Warrabinda at the 600 led by a length. Senor Luro second, and there's Scenic Warrior going forward before the turn to get the third. Wyndham Special over on the inside, followed by Polish Echo and then Neptune's Journey. Sporting Scribe about 6 or 7 away from the leader as they swing into the straight. At the 350, Wyndham Special got up on the inside, hit the lead, but Scenic Warrior immediately pounces on her. He's gone to the lead, and then Warrabinda, followed by Crystal Finale, or Senor Luro nearly fell. 150 out, Scenic Warrior by 2 to Wyndham Special. Then came Crystal Finale, but Scenic Warrior's going great guns, and the Grey's going to win easily. Scenic Warrior by over 2 lengths to Wyndham Special, I think second. Paradiddle coming home well, and Crystal Finale close up on the inside. Then Warrabinda, Sporting Scribe, Even Sam, closely followed by Neptune's Journey and Inspire. Why came into it, nor did at the tail Burley and Senor Luro, one of the last. He got checked about 200 out and nearly went down. Stand by for numbers here. It's been a runaway win for Scenic Warrior, Damien Oliver.
Twinkling of an eye. Paradiddle got third, so it's 4, 14 and 8. Quinella and Trifecta.
And Guineas having to convince Lee who wanted to put the horse in the paddock. And I think Damien Oliver was the one that said, I think we should put blinkers on it. So Lee's mopped up the credit for all of that and done well, I suppose.
Shadow, you know what they call Richard down here? They call him blisters. He turns up when the hard work's done.
That's not true. Never mind about that, Keithy. You've been saving that one up, haven't you? One of those old ones from your repertoire.
Damien made a comment about the blinkers, and he and Lee, who trains the horse, thought the blinkers would improve Scenic Warrior by 6 lengths, and they probably did.
No, I think they did, and I think, you know, a lot of the credit goes to some very patient owners of this horse. They've been very good losers when the horse has been going bad, and a lot of them are first-time owners, and sometimes that's not a characteristic of first-time owners, being good losers, but they are good losers, and they're great winners. And I think at this stage they were up in the stand, cheering and giving Andrew Bensley a sore set of ears, because they're very excitable blokes, John O'Neill and the whole crew that own that horse.
Oh, they're party goers, aren't they? I wonder if they've got home in time to watch the replay.
Well, I was with them for a short...
1, 3 and 9, equal top raters, from 7 Rebel with a Course and 11 Cryptavia. Buster Jones 12, 27 Ab Initio, Seller $7, 53 Iron Horse, Normal Practice 11, 450 Mr Bombastic, Rebel with a Cause 370, Sedation 31, and then Geronimo Run 680, another Neptune 24, Crypt out.
All day to make ground. It hasn't been dynamite leaders, but the winners have all been in the first 3 or 4, which is a bit of a worry, particularly if you like Rebel with a Cause. He's up in grade today and he's going to settle out the back. You get 2 possible. Best value on the totes at the moment is probably 1 Buster Jones and 5 Normal Practice, both at better than 10 to 1. I've put them in 9 to beat 3, 1, Little Hope 5, 1, Little Hope 5, and
his way since then. His Normal Practice and Point Danger coming up into the gates together. All clear, and away they go. And one of the first out was Ab Initio. Seller hunted out is going to try and find the lead with him. Buster Jones and Geronimo Run settling right behind them. Cryptavia 5th on the outside of Mr Bombastic. Then Normal Practice, Point Danger, right? Point Danger, a length and a half, Normal Practice. Another Neptune on the inside. Well back is Iron Horse, followed by Rebel with a Cause and Sedation. Nearing the 600 metres now. And Geronimo Run makes his move with Seller, and they go up and head Ab Initio with the fence. Then Buster Jones right behind them from Mr. Bombastic, Point Danger, Cryptavia. Then Normal Practice, Iron Horse, Rebel with a Cause, another Neptune, and Sedation as they swing the corner. Seller in the middle, and Geronimo run the outside again, joined by Ab Initio. Couple of lengths away, Mr. Bombastic given his head. Then Buster Jones under the whip. Rebel with a Cause still second last, nearing the 200. Ab Initio giving something from Seller. Geronimo run, battling a bit. Mr. Bombastic there outside. 100 metres to go. Still Ab Initio from Seller. Mr. Bombastic. Here's Normal Practice starting to swallow them all up. He's flying. He's got up Normal Practice. One in the neck. Ab Initio might have got second. Sellers there, and Rebel with a Cause came home when it was all over out wide. Just behind them, Mr. Bombastic, Cryptavia, and then came Sedation. Geronimo run weakened out of it, and then Buster Jones, Point Danger, and behind them were another Neptune and Iron Horse. A monster finish from Normal Practice. He's swallowed them up and won. 5.23 in the frame, though, and 121.4 is just 0.3 outside of Jeun's record, which he set winning the Orr Stakes, coming back after his Melbourne Cup win.
Yeah, look, he was not entitled to win from where he was. That was an amazing performance by Normal Practice. Seller was the favourite at 7-2. And to Danny Williams, hats off, because Danny has done a far better job than people would ever imagine with this sore-footed horse.
He just sort of lose his posse and got too far back, and the winners haven't been coming from behind all day, so you know, it was certainly a grand effort. The horse has lost a shoe in the...
Yeah, I was just going to say, he came back one shoe.
Unbelievable, an outstanding effort,
That was a cracking good win, that. I really like the way that horse accelerated from the back of the field. He's strung two together now, and he's obviously a very smart horse, and Danny's done a great job. I think it's a credit to the way the track raced yesterday. The track was very fair. It favoured horses like Brave Chief, who could lead, and then it allowed a horse like this who wanted to come from the rear of the field with 200 metres to run. He was at the rear of the field, and he's rattled home and won.
There he is swooping home, Normal Practice. He was ridden by Glenn Boss, who also won on him at Flemington. He's got quite a fan club down here, Glenn. He's a very popular rider. And the horse, Tappy mentioned his feet. He was sore 5 minutes after the race in the mounting yard.
That is a brave horse, and you know, that track yesterday was very smooth, and so it should be. It's had the whole spring to...
Well back, at least we saw in the previous race.
Racing Carnival, the Clary Connors trained Scalato was tonight stripped of its victory in the $750,000 Group 1 Caulfield Guineas after a marathon 10-hour hearing.
It was a decision that took 10 hours but has far greater ramifications for Melbourne racing. Clary Connors champion 3-year-old Scalato stripped of his Caulfield Guineas victory after returning a positive swab in his urine after the race.
Well, it's been a long day, and a lot of evidence was tabled during the course of the inquiry, and the stewards did find Mr. Connors, Clary Connors, the trainer of Scalato, guilty of having brought the horse to the course to run in the Caulfield Guineas when it was found on analysis to have administered to it a prohibited substance.
The result, a devastating one for the veteran Sydney trainer and the horse's connections.
You're disappointed with how it all went?
Just no comment. Just going to appeal, and I'm disappointed, that's all.
Oh, everyone's very disappointed, as you can imagine. Group 1 race. So, yeah, very upset at the moment.
But that wasn't the end of it. Clary escaping suspension thanks to his impeccable record, but slapped with a $12,000 fine. The trainer found guilty of racing the horse with the banned anti-inflammatory ketoprofen used to ease muscle soreness, despite his pleas that Scalato had an irregular metabolism. Connor's stable foreman's son Heath fined an additional $4,000 for administering the substance. Scalato's connections now with their sights set on appealing.
We anticipate, you know, unless there's something extraordinary that comes across our way, we will be lodging an appeal within 48 hours.
The $500,000 first prize for the race now in limbo. Scalato's owners with 2 days to lodge a further appeal, heartbreaking after their marathon session today. But for now, the Brisbane-based Show of Heart is the official 2000 Caulfield Guineas winner.
How are you enjoying training such a lovely, talented horse as pastime?
Pretty stressful, but no, it's good.
All right. Well, I hope that he can make it win number 3 out of 3 starts tonight for you, Tim.
So do I.
Okay,
Thanks,
good luck.
He's all the rage. They're racing, and Slow to Go charged down with the Strutter, and Pastime came away burning, went to the front, going fast, Iggy, and on the fence, Mr. Spielberg. Dr. Freeze and Monfino not 2 lengths away is Charged Down. Pastime in front. He's been kept away from the rail. Taxter's moved up on the outside to tackle him, and beating up on the fence Mr. Spielberg. 2 lengths to Dr. Freeze. Monfino outside of him from Iggy, and the Strutter is a long, long way back in company with Charged Down. Pastime's been softened up in the initial stages before the bend, 500 to go. Taxter neck away on the fence, dropping the bit now is Mr. Spielberg from Dr. Freeze. Monfino under pressure. Iggy heads the others. Pastime in front. Oh, he's got them stretching the neck as they turn the bend. Buckley released the leathers, and away he went. Pastime. He found 3 lengths in an instant. He's well clear. Battling on well as Tax. Dr. Freeze on the outside running on, but Pastime with 100 metres to go is further ahead. He's killing them. Strutter from the back is absolutely roaring home. Will probably get up and run second, but Pastime won by a street. The Strutter second, Dr. Freeze third, then Taxed. Iggy well back in the race was Charged Down, Mr. Spielberg, and Monfino along.
I would have been disappointed if he didn't win, but you know, I just didn't expect him to win like that again.
What about when...
Yeah.
What will you do with him now, Tim?
I'll have a short break and get ready for the Hawkesbury Guineas.
In your mind, is he a potential stakes horse?
Oh, I'd say he'd have to be, yeah, the way he goes.
Janine, on your hands, and let's hope that we see you in the Group 1 winners.
Alluded to earlier on, Sunline had what we believe to be her farewell race start in New Zealand, and she contested the Breeders' Stakes prior to her trip to Hong Kong. And Mark, she could not have been more impressive, could she?
No, certainly not, Graham. And she actually she didn't come out all that quick, but Greg didn't panic, and she covered a bit of extra ground. But what really amazed me was when Greg did let her down in the straight, only for a short time. She put 3 lengths on them, and when he was easing her down to the post, the other horses weren't finding, they weren't catching her.
She didn't lead either, which is her normal practice, and people are looking there and saying, well, where is she? She was sitting 3 and 4 deep, but she's just moved into 3rd spot there. So it wasn't her normal pattern of racing, but by gee, she did it easy, Joe.
Oh, I couldn't believe the ease with which she won yesterday. I mean, she went to the line under what looked to be half a stranglehold. How are they going to beat her in Hong Kong?
And broke 122 for the 1400. We were speaking off air then, Joe. The only thing that worries me a little bit with her is because she's so, you know, towy and flighty, whether or not when she gets to Hong Kong and the very steamy weather over there and it's very stinky, the weather, whether that affects her or not.
Yesterday she looked noticeably edgy before the race, more so than ever before. Did you notice that at all?
What, yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, funnily enough, the race caller was saying how calm she was, so she might have just got wound up behind the gates, but he was saying that in the mounting yard he thought she was very calm before the race. So
I watched her go to the start, and she certainly was hardly calm. She was quite agitated.
I'm surprised you're not going to Hong Kong to watch it.
Now, Rosehill Sky Ratings, Security 100 ahead of Mr. Innocent 93, Accused 90, Innocent 230 for the Festival Stakes. Fancy seeing 3 Group 1 horses at this time of year on a Sydney track. Mr. Innocent 230, Shogun Lodge $10, Adam $7, Oldie 13, Martree 27, Steel City 8.10.
And the track should play favourably to both of those horses the way it's played so far today. Specking late in the market. They're racing. Steel City's walked out of the gate with Pyramid Park. High Rolling zoomed out from the inside, going out fast. Security. Adams going fast. Mr. Innocent right behind them with Mary McCree moving up. One away, Martree, Accused inside of Old Man. On the fence leads Adam as they come down the side. High Rolling a length and a half third. Mr. Innocent poised to pounce. Old Man outside of him. One back on the fence, Accused. They were followed by Mary McCree. Martree's back worse than centre field from Steel City. Shogun Lodge lost his spot. Then came Barnacles, well back Beauchamp and Pyramid Park. Security and Adam have got away coming to the bend from High Rolling, who's looking to come off the fence. Collis has the rider, Brian York in a pocket at the moment aboard Mr. Innocent. Old Man wide out, Martree to the outside from Mary McCree, Accused and Shogun Lodge in the straight. And Little Adams moved up on the outside of Security. Mr. Innocent now being called upon. Collis about to let him down. They were followed by High Rolling, trying to go with Mr. Innocent. Steel City's getting right up on the fence. Mr. Innocent's grabbed the lead. Adams going to come back fighting. It's in front on the outside, Mr. Innocent. Adams kicking, Mr. Innocent in front, and he's too good. One at a nose. Mr. Innocent a nose to Adam. Third, Steel City. Then came High Rolling, Accused late on the scene from Shogun Lodge, Martree. Behind those would have been Security, Beauchamp. They were followed by Mary McCree, well back, Pyramid Park, Old Man, Shogun Lodge near the tail of the field, and Barnacle's Last Home. Coming up, and on the ground shot, it will show maybe Adam winning it. Well, that's very tight. I still think Mr. Innocent's got there, but looking at that, it's very... In fact, 3's got it, Adam. Adam on the inside, Justin Sheehan's got it. From Mr. Innocent, here's our long shot coming up. And the inside, Adam's kick back to win it. Well, I'll be. And third prize going to number 11, and that is Steel City. And he's won it by a nose from Mr. Innocent. Gee, I got to say, I'm sure I thought he'd won Mr. Innocent. And third prize in the race going...
In replay, low angle.
Prize in the race going...
In replay, low angle. You'll see that Mr. Innocent tried to savage the horse going to the line. And also, after crossing the line, had another crack at him. And Mal Gerard was left wondering whether, because he did that, whether or not he threw the race away.
I wonder if we can see that slow-mo again. I just want to point something out here. It's obvious that Mr. Innocent doesn't like Adam, but I can assure you the feeling is mutual. Now, you watch the last 50 or 60 metres, and both of these stallions have got their ears back. Now, the horse's ears tell you everything. They do not like one another one iota.
I tell you what, it's going to be interesting when they go to Hong Kong, because they'll probably be in the crate next to each other on a plane. It's going to be a wild old time.
There wasn't Mr. Innocent gallant in defeat. Yeah. Big weight, rain-affected track. He gives every race, doesn't he?
Now, an important...
Get licked. Did you have a look at Testarossa yesterday? Richie galloped at Caulfield in bandages, and his jockey, Brett Preble, said it's the best he's ever felt. He looked fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We've got to perform this time. We're sending 4 top-class horses over there who are in form, so they've got to stand up.
And that mile race in Hong Kong is worth 2.5 million Australian, so it's a rich reward, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Shogun Lodge also raced in the Festival Stakes yesterday, and his main target in Hong Kong is the 2,000-metre race, the Hong Kong Cup. And Tappy, I thought his run yesterday was outstanding.
Just warming up on the line. Apparently he...
The first of our Hong Kong international races is coming up very soon. We start with the Hong Kong Sprint over 1,000 metres, and they're on their way to the barrier. Australia is represented by Falbalon here. Of course, Blackbean was a controversial late scratching yesterday afternoon. As they head to the barrier, we're heading live to show the situation. How does Falbalon look as he heads to the gates?
Yeah, look, I've just seen him go underneath us here in the press area, Matt, and he has a number of chances today, and he's already got the double.
And why this horse can't run a big race?
Well, you've been well. They're racing. More Luck jumped evenly. Big Jag had a little speed, and King of Danes began well. Felvalon jumps right with him, and also Crystal Trust and View. Back to the inside, Bertolini for the golf and travelling very well to them. Wider out in the field now. More Luck going up hard with Prime Witness. Plenty. Best of the Best has got cover. Big Jags 5 off the lead. Nuclear Debate further back in the field and near the tail end. They run down to the 400-metre mark. King of Danes, Crystal Charm on the flat. Bertolini's hard at it. Superb Effect with it. Felvalon next, but it's More Luck in front. Best of the Best running on with Plenty. More Luck nearer the outside. Coming up to Felvalon, Crystal Charm and King of Danes. It's More Luck in front. Plenty. Best of the Best. Felvalon's coming through. More Luck and Felvalon. Felvalon hits the front. Felvalon and More Luck. They hit it a close call. Felvalon, More Luck. Anybody's a winner. Best of the Best in the middle. King of Danes the inside. Crystal Charm ran the race of its life. Superb Effect next. Bertolini stuck on Only Fair. The Repertory Periston View couldn't go on. Nuclear Bait didn't turn up today. Big Jag and Prime Witness.
I think Australia's won the first round. Damien Oliver on board the Queensland sprinter Falbalon going to the lead. It's this massive crowd. Here's the full list of totes. 340, 160. I wonder if he'll be a lot shorter in Queensland when those divs come up. Quite possibly. Morlock, $4.70. 14 King of Danes, $2.70. The Quinella, 63.40.
Which is a local horse here, number 9. There goes, no, just waiting for the mare to walk past. But, yeah, gee, I'm astounded here, Matt. The 13 Sunline, very short here, and clearly they've rallied for the Kiwi mare.
What about Testarossa, Andrew, in terms of his position on the local tote there in Hong Kong? Is there any support for him?
Not at the moment. Is at the moment about the 13.
Health, and also with Adam here for number 1. But I think the 13 and the 12 certainly dominated here as Australasian. I think they can both win. given the right run, they can both win, Darren.
It's a shame with Mr. Innocent. He was withdrawn earlier in the week following that last performance at track work, tying up there.
Yeah, look, there were concerns even going back to Australia before coming. He had a run.
Place dividend in Hong Kong. The latest price through for Fairy King Prawn has clicked down another half point into $51. And number 4, Electronic Unicorn, is $62.50. The rest are...
Stand by for a start. They're racing. 1-1-1, slow to go, and Last Resort missed the start badly. Fabergé had no speed, and Sunline the best out. Away well, Charming City will drop in second. Adam getting over with Billion Win. New Trump's close in front, getting an easy time of it. Adam's happy to sit up second. New Trump drops in third. Billion Win covers ground with inside him Charming City away from the rail. Billion Win trying to push by him now. From out wider, Charge d'Affaires 1-1-1. In the centre of the field, Sugarfoot travels 8 off the lead. Wider out in the field, Fairy King Prawn. He's going to need luck. Native Desert has him in a pocket from Electronic Unicorn. Last Resort. Fabergé and Testarossa last of all. Sunline, she's rolling at the 600. She put a length on Adam. New Trump's third, Charming City in 4. Billion Win looks done. Hooking to the outside, Native Desert. Charge d'Affaires needs a run. Fairy King Prawn hooks to the outside, but he's giving the Wondermare 8 lengths. Sunline given the rein at the 350. Slipped 2 lengths in front. Adam New Trump sticks on. Here comes Fairy King Prawn. It's Sunline in front. Fairy King Prawn, the horse of Hong Kong, coming after the Mare of the World. 150 to go. Sunline's a length in front. Fairy King Prawn's trying to get him. Sunline, the Kiwis pulling out, stopped. Fairy King Prawn lifts. They come to the line. Fairy King Prawn dives, but he missed. Sunline, the Mare of the World, wins it from Fairy King Prawn. 5 lengths, Adam, I think, third from New Trumps. Electronic Unicorn wider. Charming City, Native Desert, Sugarfoot. Billion Win, Testarossa, 1-1-1. Charge d'Affaires, drifting right out of it, Fabergé. Last Resort, last of all. It was billed as the match race. And what a race it was. This was Muhammad Ali, Frazier stuff of the equine world. The mare in front, Sunline, given the run. The dream run. And Fairy King Prawn gave her 5 lengths at the top of the straight. It's a photo finish. The crowd's going crazy. But Sunline, the mare of the world, has left
front. I got an easy run in front, but what it does today is stamps her as a world champion mare, and what a great mare she is. She is outstanding, and what a great mare, just a champion mare.
Go and meet your crowd, you deserve it.
Thank you.
And has just kept responding and won the Hong Kong International Mile. At the moment, it's the Southern Hemisphere 2-zip. Australia winning the first leg, the international sprint of our races. Our first Group 1 race sets us up for a couple of fabulous events later, with Sunline winning.
Look at her, she led comfortably. I guess Fairy King Prawn gave her 5 lengths, maybe a little more, at the top of the straight. What sort of a horse is Fairy King Prawn to take this much ground off Sunline? Yeah, the best mare in the world, and as good as she is, I've got a feeling Fairy King Prawn is a shade better.
Well, yeah, that's what the boys were discussing earlier. The pace of the race really didn't suit anything bar the first and third horses, and for him to take that sort of ground off her was simply amazing. But he's got a very big reputation, that horse in Hong Kong.
There's a rough hope we might see him here.
Yeah, well, that'd be great. The first 425, even though it'll be a standing start, and you being a very good jockey, experienced rider, you know yourself, if you can get them into the race without bustling them, they can conserve that energy and travel a lot better.
Oh, look, it was fairly easy to see as they all jumped out the gates. They all jumped and sat, which indicates they're all classical jockeys. But Fairy King Prawn probably could have raced a touch closer or even improved a little bit earlier.
Yeah, but for horses like that have got that electric...
David's runner in the upcoming race is Helene Vitality, number 3. We're returning live to Shartin to Andrew Bensley. Andrew, on our TAB, number 2, Dahlia Pour, the English horse, is the favourite at about $4.20, just ahead of Second Coming. How does that compare with what's being offered there in Hong Kong?
Well, you're getting massive unders for Second Coming because it's well out in the market. It's dead set one of the outsiders here in this race here in Hong Kong. There is...
attracts a similar time form rating to both Ella Athena and also Dahlia Pour, yet is, what, 13 to 1 as opposed to Ella Athena 5.8 and Dahlia Pour 2.4.
Just check these in the market for figures. Helene Vitality now at 72, Indigenous at 82, and down to the bottom one, 13, Ella Athena at $58. The mile and a half Vase Let's take you now to our caller, David Raphael.
Indigenous with Shane Dye aboard stands up well. Former Horse of the Year here in Hong Kong. Caetano circles in the background. They go. Caetano not the best out. Indigenous drifts back and Mergen's ridden for speed early. Vel's Prince can't muster the speed and Natural Winner's going to get over and lead from Catella. Adarathena drops in behind the speed and Daddy Apor and Idol pushing on. Silvano's trying to slide into a spot as Oriental Express is caught 4 deep outside him. Vel's Prince midfield with Helene Vitality, Indigenous second coming Mergem, and last of all is Kite. He's a length in front. Natural Winner's done already. Daddy Apor sets side after the leader. Adarathena, Silvano next. Oriental Express together. Indigenous next with Catella following the fence. Helene Vitality tight for room for a moment. Second coming comes on deeper. Caetano pushes it out though. Vel's Prince back in between them. Mergem last. They pack like you've never seen in a vase before. Daddy Apor swept up, hit the lead. Silvano comes at it. Indigenous hooks to the outside. Catella's trying to come through. Back in between them, Caetano. But it's Daddy Apor and Silvano. Adarathena, Indigenous sticking on gamely. Caetano to the inside. Daddy Apor the favourite in front. Silvano, Andy Superix riding for his life, but Daddy Apor's got all the answers. Here's Group 1 win number 12 for Johnny Murder. What a year. Daddy Apor wins the bars easily by 2 lengths. Second, Adarathena. Third is a photo. Indigenous or Caetano. Silvano game. They space the others. 8 lengths further back to Mergem. Catella couldn't come on. Vel's Prince, Natural Winner. Helene Vitality never travelled today. From Idol, second coming at Oriental Express had no luck and ran in last of all. The bars. What's Greek Dance going to do? 12 Group 1 wins in a season. It's unheard of, isn't it? Just amazing.
From Sha Tin with the running of the Hong Kong Cup, we've got Shogun Lodge to be ridden by Shane Dye. Jim and Tonic, the French horse, who's a superstar there in Hong Kong. Every time he goes to Hong Kong, he performs brilliantly. The only time he was beaten, he went down by a short half head in the Queen Elizabeth Cup earlier this year. And of course, we've got fantastic lights for Sayed bin Surur, the chief man of the Godolphin operation, the trainer. Queen Elizabeth Cup here in April, beating Jim and Tonic. But Jim and Tonic's been to Sha Tin on 4 occasions for 3 wins, including this race last year. $3.80, keen winner. Lord of Warriors 76, Uzo 46, Shogun Lodge $2.30, Samum 36. You would expect the local horses are always much shorter here. That was the case with second coming in the previous. He was 50 to 1 and given no hope at all in Hong Kong, and he started the second pick on the tote at about $5 or $6.50.
And the chances of the Australian rep, Shogun Lodge, who goes out at 20 to 1. If there's speed on, he will be hitting the line hard, as he did when successful in the Epsom. Shane Dye.
They're set and racing. Hidalgo a little slow to go. Lord of Warriors straight out the back. Greek Dance Dwell. He pushes hard to try and hold midfield. But for Bitten Apple flew the gate for Santos and leads. Industrialist in second. Fantastic Light up close and 3 deep third. Jim and Tonic follows him. Samoom's nearer the inside and Helene Express follows the leaders on the rail. Al Danzig caught on a limb from Keen Winner Uzo. Next Hidalgo, Lord of Warriors and Shogun Lodge is expected at the tail. At the 16 wider. Further back, the Derby winner, Keen Winner here from Shogun Lodge, Hidalgo. Lord of Warriors, last of all, Industrious, our QE2 winner in front. Leads by a length and turns it on at the 800. He's rolling now. Fantastic Light in second, Forbidden Apple third. Al Danzig goes by it. Next then Jim and Tonic. He's so close today. Samoom goes by him though. Greek Dance next. Back to the inside is Helene Express. Further back, the big Ouzo from Hidalgo, Keen Winner. Shogun Lodge follows the fence. Lord of Warriors last and pulls out. Fantastic Light sweeps to the lead for the Emirates Series, but he's got to fight past Industrious. Next then Al Danzig coming on. Jim and Tonic pulls out. Greek Dance next. Samoom's held up badly. Fantastic Light in front. Here comes the French Red Jim and Tonic, but he's still going to get Fantastic Light. Fantastic Light in front. Greek Dance, Jim and Tonic coming at him. Fantastic Light for the Emirates Series wins the Hong Kong International Cup. Fantastic Light by a length and a half. Second Greek Dance, third Jim and Tonic. Forbidden Apple next with Al Danzig, followed by Samoom, Hidalgo deeper. Industrious couldn't go on with Helene Express, Shogun Lodge, Lord of Warriors, Uzo and Keen Winner last of all. It's been an amazing year for this man, Frankie Dettori. He is a legend of his own right. He's just done everything that's come his way. It's been a year of, well, almost a life-losing year for him. It was a dramatic incident when an aeroplane crashed him. It was a dramatic incident when an aeroplane crash almost took his life at one stage. But he's returned this year, and he's returned National Cup.
Frankie,
quite a lot, and with the inside alley will run well. The Graham, my numbers are 6-9 action. This has improved quite a lot, and with the inside alley will run well. The Graham, my numbers are 16, 8, 10 and 12.
Oh, I need to see here Nawang give that a chance, Larry, on looks, eh?
Yep.
Further than he normally gets. He just probably won't go forward as early as he has been. I don't expect to see Ken Kimcani out the back at the tail of the field, but probably see him held up for the devastating sprint from the turn home. Now they're all in Doomben Stakes listed race. They're set. Off and racing. Emerald's off on the outside was the first to go. Fine Action, Super Espion, King Lotto and Classic Cliche all began quickly in a great battle for the action going forward with Classic Cliche. Emerald's off out a little bit deep and Ken Kimcani's in the middle of the field. Then on the inside, Major Victory, PlayStation with that bunch. Then Frisky Star, Nawang, Arimathea and Mallet last. To the 700 metres mark and Super Espion ahead, Quality Kingdom. Fine Action's out deep on the track and he's throwing his head about on the fence. Leroy's Magic, King Lotto between them. Emerald's off 4 deep. Then came Classic Cliche, Ken Kimcani's in the middle. Major Victory, the fence, PlayStation's tracking Ken Kimcani. Then came Frisky Star, Nawang, Arimathea and Mallet. In the straight to the 350, Super Espion joined by Quality Kingdom. Fine Action on the outside from Leroy's Magic. King Lotto can't get out. Kimcani's about to cut at them and PlayStation's tracking up behind him. Ken Kimcani sprinted to the lead inside the 200 metres mark. PlayStation went into second spot, but Ken Kimcani's got a break. PlayStation's not going to pick him up today, and Ken Kimcani beat PlayStation. Arimathea ran third. Tight for fourth, Classic Cliche or Mallet in front of Fine Action, Frisky Star, Major Victory, King Lotto. Then came Leroy's Magic. Further back, Quality Kingdom, Super Espion, followed by Nawang, and last home as Emerald's off. Yeah, they held him up today. All right, Graham, there it is, second leg of the Triple Crown, and today Ken Kimcani, they held him up, they went at the right time, and they got the bickies.
Yeah, you're spot on, Al. Terrific ride. Is that a treble for starting? No.
Proceeding ahead towards next weekend's big $500,000 Swan Draft Railway Stakes. And then to race 7, and it was another of the highlights this afternoon, the R.J. Peters Stakes. And look for the colours of Northerly. The gold with the black Maltese cross. He settles in the back half of the field, and he makes a sustained run right around them. I haven't seen one travelling this easily on the home turn for quite a while.
Northerly went to Great Bow. It bounded straight past him. Race 3 in front. Northerly's kicked away. Great Bow's gone, followed then by Special Jester from last Merry Minka. Look at Northerly go. Northerly is spread eagle the field, and he races his way into Railway Stakes contention with a brilliant win. Northerly 5 lengths to Merry Minka, Special Jester. On the fence, so can he, followed by
Mulder. He's earned his place in next Saturday's $500,000 Railway Stakes with an emphatic win.
Yes, I agree with that. There was an emphatic win, but I'm not sure the pressure's off, because now I think the pressure's on. That he wasn't in the race till then, and now he is, and that he's still got the job to do, and it's a big ask.
He is a 4,
and now he is, and that he's still got the job to do, and it's a big ask.
He is a 4-year-old going into our premier sprint race, or a mile, with only 5 starts behind him. But of those 5 starts, 2 wins have been outstanding. His Aquanita win and now his R.J. Peters Stakes win.
Look, I agree with all of that, but I'm not sure that's great training, putting the horse to the sword like we are. But it's the nature of the beast at the minute, and you've got to go with what you got. And I'm confident of the horse's ability, but I think this is a really big ask. The Railway, I think, the hardest race in West Australia to win. And
the Derby. Old Money still a bit toey. An attendant with her. Gates are open. They're racing. The Victorian missed it. Tingling came out 2 lengths behind them. Danko was the first away, heading off Hanami and Gran Turismo. Miller has dashed around the outside, and she's gone to the lead now. Play the whistle at the 800 mark. Took off in race 2 in front of the Derby from Gran Turismo, Jean's Fantasy. A length and a half. Magic Edge has had a perfect run from Suave Matrice. Mr. Debanale sneaking into the race. Old Money bustled along by Brown under some pressure from Danko on the fence, and then Mercedario taking off. Then came the Victorian 3-year-old Tingling, taken a around the outside by Preble from Honami, and then came Storm Shot, well back to Shot of Thunder. Then came Go the Roman. Carla Tiara's going to be ridden for luck. She's still back in the field with Shotgun Kid, Air Chief and Eutectic. On the turn, Play the Whistle in front, Gran Turismo. Got to her quickly, and Old Money is now starting to run on at the 200, and Old Money and Gran Turismo race away from Magic Edge. Honami and Play the Whistle. Old Money kicked away. Brown draws the whip on. I should move two in front from Gran Turismo and Honami. Tingling down the outside. Another group win though coming up for Old Money. Old Money wins the Derby. What a sensational filly she is. Old Money was too good for Tingling getting to the line well, or Gran Turismo tight for second. Honami's battled on strongly and running on Shot of Thunder, who got turned sideways on the bend from well back. Eutectic ran on. Play the Whistle battling back. Carla Tiara, Mercedario, Magic Edge followed by Storm Shot. Air Chief was next in from Danko and Shotgun.
One Railway Stakes, this is what we've been looking forward to all afternoon. Lindsay Smith, who's been dominating the Perth Summer Carnival, joins me now to talk about two runners he has engaged. Old Comrade and News Review. Which of them is the best hope here?
I think News Review, Joe, myself, personally. He's a pretty, powerful spinner his last 400, so there's a bit of pace on. Hopefully...
Yep. Well, they're about to jump. We wish you all the best.
Thanks a lot. Sorry about
that. Lindsay Smith there.
Railway. News Review immediately dragged back to the tail. Corporate Bruce and Umar a little tardy leaving the gates, and Star System, and also Fly My Kite first away from Lord of the Pines. Cassidy's working across on Umrum at the end of 250 from Lizzie Longlegs, and Northerly's 50 from Lizzie Longlegs, and Northerly's up nice and handy. He's going around the outside of Slide Away a length, and last is News Review. Umrum's gone to the lead now, and Cassidy takes the top weight to the front at the 1,000 metres mark from the Peter Hayes trained Lord of the Pines, who quickly shifted off the fence. The speed backed off considerably. Northerly's on a limb going around the outside of Star System. Beautifully placed is Fly My Kite at the 800, and then Sister Patricia and Slide Away, which is cruising behind them between horses. On the fence, Lizzie Longlegs next, and then Old Comrade ridden patiently from Noble Sky. Panoramic Lad bailed up on the inside of Corporate Bruce and McFlirt, followed by Umar, and News Review will have to come from last to win. Dan Miller's pouring the pressure on with the 4-year-old Northerly, who's gone up to eyeball Umrum. 400 metres out in the railway, Northerly in front, Umrum the fence. Cassidy hasn't moved on him yet. Sister Patricia, and here comes Old Comrade. The 3-year-old cutting loose on the outside. Lord of the Pines can't go on. Slide Away held up, and then Lizzie Longlegs. 200 metres out, Old Comrade's coming at Northerly. Northerly in front, Brown's gone for the whip on Old Comrade. Northerly's responded. The 4-year-old shakes off Old Comrade. Lizzie Longlegs, then Slide Away. A stunning win by Northerly, and Dan Miller, they win the railway. Northerly too good for Old Comrade. Third, Lizzie Longlegs. Slide Away rattling home when it was all over to run fourth. Fly My Kite fifth. Noble Sky next in. Panoramic Lad Umrum weakened on his effort, followed by Sister Patricia. News Review, McFlirt, Star System well back in the field with Corporate Bruce. Umar and Lord of the Pines has pulled up at the tail of the field. What a horse he is in the making. Having only his 6th career race start, number 15 Northerly, ridden by the state's oldest licensed jockey, Danny Miller, winning his 2nd Railway Stakes, has done all of the work. He deserved his win. He earned his win.
80 and 310. Old Comrade at $3, running a terrific race as well. And 17 Lizzie Longlegs at $4.50. Quinella,
26 starts in probably 18 months. And to be able to do it tough and do it as well as he does, he must have some real ability there.
Why is he so lightly raced, Fred?
He's not that good in the conformation department, and we were careful with him very early in the piece, and he had 2 starts as a 3-year-old, and his 2nd run was outstanding, and we thought we had a very good horse, and we took the decision to put him aside and give him more time to mature, and I think it's paid dividends in the end. You know, with 4 runs under him in this campaign, he looks like he's got a very big future, and if we can keep him sound, which is always a worry, of course, with very good horses.
He did a lot of work. I can't believe the run. You know, the horse, I thought he was just annoying Umrum for half the race. You know, he was 3 and 4 wide, got out some side Umrum, drove it into him, and just kept going. Like here, he looks to me as though he's pretty well gone. You know, he's under pressure, then he comes away from them, and good performance. I don't know much about the opposition. Umrum looked tired, but he kept going, Richard, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. It just goes to show that with Fred Kersley, a good horseman's a good horseman. I mean, he's adapted from harness racing straight into thoroughbred racing, and, you know, I think Fred has been training thoroughbreds for a little while now. It's not like he's just started it, but he's obviously a very good horseman, and that's a very good horse, deserves his chance in the East. I think he's earned his ticket.
I don't know, Fred, but that's a pretty flat.
BMW, Perth Cup for 2001. A wide open race. Light is on. Racing. And first away was Ultra Smug. Santa Rica began well, and so did Del Rancho. National Surprise. Going up is Noble. 1,000 to go, and Ultra Smug's gone to the lead again. Fujiyama taking off around the outside of Super Moss and Latilla Bay. Over on the inside behind them, Moonrise, and now Luna Tudor is starting to work her way into the race at the 800. A length to King Brian up Pompeii, and Della Ventosa still brings up the tail of the field. And Thurston's gone up now to have a shot at Ultra Smug, who's back in front again. 700 metres out in the cup. Ultra Smug led narrowly from Thurston. Noble Cavalier's a length away. Third, Noski's riding along Santa Rica. On the fence, Mr. Harmonic battling on. Then Super Moss, followed by wider out on the track, National Surprise, Fujiyama. Luna Tudor's continuing to run on. Della Ventosa, King Brian and Moonrise well back. Then on the inside, Del Rancho, Master Touch look gone. Up Pompeii last, Thurston the leader. On the outside, Noble Cavalier coming at him with 250 to go, and then Latilla Bay running on very well. It's Latilla Bay coming at Thurston. Mark Miller had a peep over the right shoulder. On the inside, Thurston, Latilla Bay, stride by stride. The old boy gets to him. Latilla Bay, Thurston, he'll get up. The old boy's won it. Latilla Bay wins the cup. The grand old man of the turf beats Thurston. Tight for third, Moonrise or King Brian. Behind those came Santa Rica, followed by Super Moss, and then Fujiyama, Luna Tudor. On the
a length in front of Grey Region, 2 lengths away, Major running on. The grandstand side of the track, Giscard, Point Danger, Sedation, Arabian Magic and Upright. It's a Glacier though on the flat side, kicking clear here. It's a Glacier, 2.5 lengths in front. Will the plunge come off? It's an almighty plunge, one of the biggest we've seen at Flemington. First up, a Glacier is going to win and win easily. A Glacier has beaten Sedation and Major. Then came Upright.
New Year's Day certainly shook up the bookies at Flemington and right around Australia. The biggest off-carnival plunge they're talking in some 18 years in Melbourne, when it was backed with the bookies around 10 to 1 into 5 to 2 on the tote on Super Tab, $15 into around $4. A horse that was a Silver Slipper winner, 4th in a Golden Slipper. Now with the Russell Cameron stable, it was remarkable. They ran track record, Richard, 107.16, and this horse seems to have come back in great shape.
That's 107.16. That is the Australian record, I think, Keith, and that would break Gold Ace's 1,200 metre track record, which stood for years. So, great effort.
The plunge is estimated to have taken $1.2 million out of the ring and out of national totes. This was a well-planned plunge. Few must have been in the know, because the Glacier came up at such big odds on the tote that bookmakers thought, mustn't be ready, mustn't be fancied today, mustn't be fit, and that was the sting that launched the plunge.
Yeah, quite remarkable. And a horse, Tappy, I think you called a Silver Slipper that he won. He got up in race record time. He ran an incredible.
Saw Brad Concarney on top on the ratings ahead of Play Station, Arimathea and Old Anthems. The full market on the race: Anthem $17, number 2 Carnelian $29, 3 Ken Concarney $2.80, Major Victory $51, Arimathea $5.30, Brighter Scene $28, Director's Special $40, Play Station $3.20, Quality Kingdom is $53, Star Tell $10.
I think that PlayStation is my pick, but...
Only the outside alley from the tricky start at the mile here at Doomben. Can he do it? We'll find out. Lights are on. They're all set to go in the Burnborough, and they're off and racing now. And Ken Concarney from the outside began okay. Quality Kingdom from the inside was the first to ping out. Major Victory began quickly. Carnelian's not far away. Ken Concarney deep around the first corner. Arimathea's on the fence, followed by Silent Assassin, which got into trouble. Then came Star Tell, Anthem's, PlayStations, back third last from Brighter Scene. Last of all, Director Special. Down the back, 1,200 to go. Quality Kingdom led Carnelian. Ken Concarney's posted out in the limb 3 deep around Major Victory to the aerodrome side. inside. 800 metres to go and Quality Kingdom led. Carnelian second, Arimathea's on the fence third, Major Victory fourth. Silent Assassin fifth inside PlayStation. Ken Kankani's gone back to seventh. He's still 3 wide. No hope of getting in. PlayStation's gone through inside of him and past the 600 metres mark. Then Star Tell followed by Brighter Scene, Director Special and Anthems. Up to the bend, 500 to go. Quality Kingdom 2 to Carnelian, Arimathea. Then Major Victory, PlayStation, Ken Kankani's wide as they turn. Quality Kingdom's got a good break at the 300. 2 to Carnelian. PlayStation's letting down with a big run on the outside from Ken Kankani and Brighter Scene. But PlayStation went to Quality Kingdom at the 100 metres mark and shot to the lead. PlayStation getting away from Quality Kingdom and Director Special, and PlayStation wins the Burnborough. Second, Quality Kingdom. Third, Director Special. Fourth might be Arimathea. Just in front of Carnelian, Silent Assassin, Brighter Scene, Ken Kankani, Luckless Run, and then Star Tell, Anthems, and last time in the race was Major Victory.
Coming down the side and went on to record a very strong win. Not the biggest horse.
Well, there we go, Tappy. A guy that can really train racehorses, hasn't got a lot of horses in work, but Nyavnik, he thinks it's up to it, and so his work's obviously told him something.
Yes, Alf, Nyavnik is one of 2 3-year-olds in the Rubiton Stakes, a Group 3 race, and it's a Nyavnik, $7.10. In they go for the Group 3 Rubiton, and keep your eyes on the chestnut mare, Miss.
Just before the start of the Melbourne Carnivals, they couldn't load her in a barrier trial that they'd organised, and she was stood down from racing there. Looks like they've got her in. Stood down by the connections because she was just sour. Oh, Jim, I think just shaking the head, thank goodness, he's thinking. Let's see how she goes. They're away. She jumped with them, Miss Penny Money. Nyavnik missed it, though. Porter Rocker was slow down towards the inside as well. Bomber Bill and Cullen fly out, but a point drives up underneath them to take over the running. Ulrin followed further back by Lady Merrick's Porter Rocker, and Slipstream back last by the 600. And the leader is a point, about a half on Cullen, a length and a half Ulrico Bomberbill. Cal Power moving up to pocket Miss Penny Money momentarily. Grey Regent the rail, and then Nyavnik followed by Lady Merrick, Slipstream and Porter Rocker as they corner. It's a point round the corner in front. Coming after it is Cullen from Ulrico, and then Bomberbill, and now getting into the clear Miss Penny Money, spotting them 5 though. Cullen is after a point, 150 to go. They're 2 or 3 lengths in front from Ulrico and Miss Penny Money. Cullen and a point to fight the race out. Cullen the outside and a point. Cullen goes home the best. Bomber, maybe Cullen a nose to a point. Bomberbill getting home well to grab third from Ulrico, Miss Penny Money. Nyavnik and Grey Regent, and back behind these to finish in the race was Slipstream and Cal Power, and back to the tail are Lady Merrick's and Porter Rocker.
Up and jumping from on the Rubiton between number 2 a point, 480 and 260, and Cullen 350 and 210. Bomberbill third, $2. Quinella, Twibu 73. Now here's the market. Number 1 Road to Success 14. 2 Fubu $6.80. Number 3 Sarsen 9 is Major Breakthrough 48. 10 Mr Murphy 250. 11 Liberty Lad 30. And number 12 Crop is $4.20.
And after a brilliant galloper of the late 1980s, Zetative, who won a Blue Diamond Stakes and a William Reed Stakes, also won a Futurity. And this race named in his honour. Racing, Mr Murphy out fairly. Crop got away fast. Zero Drama into stride well as they settle through the first 200 metres. Going forward too is Liberty Lad. As they settle down now, and it's Mr Murphy at the 1,000 metres leading. Crop over on the inside of Liberty Lad, and driving up Desert Eagle, hard ridden, or Major Breakthrough got flattened there, dropped ground quickly back through the field. Fubu next, followed by Running On, and back behind those horses is Springsteen, Inspires well back, and Sarsen trailers last. Major Breakthrough now next to last. Crop led, coming up towards the turn a half to Mr Murphy, the favourites. 1-2 swinging for home from Zero Drama. Just behind them Desert Eagle, followed by Liberty Lad, and then Road to Success. Fubu midfield. Crop and Mr Murphy, the favourites turn together. Mr Murphy immediately went up to Crop now, who's under pressure. Then Desert Eagle running on fairly well at the 200. Mr Murphy is about a neck in front of Crop, who'll have to find at the moment. Mr Murphy has his measure. Desert Eagle's after Mr Murphy. Mr Murphy being tackled by Desert Eagle. Desert Eagle, Mr Murphy coming to the line.
Oh, this is very close. Desert Eagle or Mr. Murphy, Fubu third, Crop weakened the last bit, followed then by Road to Success and Springsteen. The weakening Zero Dramas, Starson Trail. Back behind these to finish in the race then was Running On, followed by Major Breakthrough, Inspire and Liberty Lad. It's a comments regarding the appearance and the quality of this bunch of two-year-olds.
Three-year-old. 5 horses of the 3-year-old age won this race through the 1990s. Miss Penny Money won it as a 3-year-old 12 months ago. Can she do it 2 years in a row? Other market movers on track. Little bit of support at double-figure odds for Porter Rocker here off of Fresh Bell, number 8. They're about to move in here.
Back to the coast where they're about to be boxed for the Jupiter's Magic Millions trophy for the 3-year-olds over the 1,400 metres. And there's Lenny Beasley on, I would imagine, his very favourite horse, Belle de Jour, the horse to give him that unforgettable thrill at Rose Hill in the autumn of last year.
$2 million races. This is the Conrad Jupiter's Magic Millions Trophy for 3-year-olds, and this race has been added to the card. And the favourite Belle de Jour, the filly that won the Golden Slipper and ran second to Assertive Lad in this race for the 2-year-olds last year. She's missed it, Belle de Jour, like she did in the Slipper. She's nearly out the back. She's had about 2 or 3 when they hit the ground. Mascator from the inside was the first to come out, and Fetzgalance began quickly. Eminent Cheval's going up to join them. Royal Sin 4 deep outside the speed. Jellic Knight Jack just behind them on his last. Around the first corner, 8.50 to go. Eminent Cheval, the leader from Royal Sin. Mascator third. Fetzgalance races fourth. Roller fifth, and Belle de Jour is sixth on the inside of Jellic Knight Jack. Paradiddle travelled 3 deep on the rail. Zero Rules. They're closely followed by Happy Morning, Scenic Peak wide from Winning Blind, Flying Sparks, Call to Honour. Last of all is Red Countess. On the bend, 400 to go. Eminent Cheval just in front of Royal Sin. Fetzgalance is 3 out. Then came Paradiddle cutting loose on the outside. Belle de Jour strung up behind them, looking for a run in the straight. Eminent Cheval tackled by Fetzgalance. Roller Paradiddle. Jellic Knight Jack. Belle de Jour still trying to get through near the inside. Not a lot of room. Jellic Knight Jack raced up with Paradiddle. Jellic Knight Jack is just in front. Paradiddle is driving. They hit the line. Zero Rules late. Oh, it might be Paradiddle. A nose to either Jellic Knight Jack or Zero Rules. It's a big finish. Eminent Cheval, Happy Morning, Belle de Jour close up. Flying Sparks, and then came Fetzgalance, Roller Mascator, Scenic Peak, Call to Honour, Winning Blind, followed by Royal Sin. And last time is Red Countess, and an absolute thriller. Gee, Zero Rules has jumped up out of the ground. Oh, maybe Paradiddle in a big finish. It's an absolute rip snorter. Paradiddle and Jellic Knight Jack. Zero Rules. Absolutely flies. And they hit the line. And the winner is... Gee, saying that, you'd say Zero Rules might have got up. Looking at that, you'd say Paradiddle. You look at the other angle, you say Zero Rules. And Jellic Knight Jack, and what's that? Flying Sparks on the outside in the yellow colours. There's still no decision. 2 gets at Paradiddle. 2 Paradiddle has lasted to win. 12 is second, Zero Rules.
Knight Jack 380, Quinella 169.80, trifecta 3,896. That'll be some small consolation for John Capellan, who must have been feeling pretty flat in Hong Kong a few weeks ago when Testarossa ran one of his most disappointing races in the Hong Kong Mile. He just never...
Spot on, as always, in a photo. It was a nose the margin. You saw Belle de Jour slightly missing the start there, and she ran into all sorts of traffic during the race. Paradiddle, jockey...
They didn't go as hard as what they normally do here, and I sort of, when I give him a click, he pounced, you know, pretty well straight to the front when I wanted him to, but he sort of laboured and really one-batted, and, you know, sort of the further he got into his race, up the straight, up the run, he... sort of stuck his head out and got back. He actually got headed 3 times, so he put the bob in, and we got there right on the line. And you know, it's great to win for the connections, and Dean has done a wonderful job with the horse.
Dean says that you have a very high opinion of this horse, something like Caulfield Cup.
Yeah, there's no worry. This horse, he could climb the ladder. You know, I've been saying to Dean for a long time, give him out and he'll make a good stay. Let Testa do all that.
Glen Bosch Mount 100, Pleasure Giver 93, PlayStation 93, and Mr. Kabby 5, Mr. Kabbalah 22, 6 is Play Station, 350. 7 City Hall, 24. Turf King, 70. Mallet, $6.40. Just Imagine, 43. Frisky Star, 11. And Zeppelin, $6.30.
VRC Stakes, and this is a listed race over 1,400 metres. These runners about to fill up the starting gates. And our favourite here is Play Station. Gates open, off and racing now. Zeppelin didn't begin all that well. He's rushing through now, though. Super Espion from the outside was the first to go, and King Lotto began quickly. City Hall taking up a prominent spot, and there goes Zeppelin driving through a midfield, followed by Frisky Star, Na Wong, Pleasure Giver. Dapple's getting back with Mallet, West Express, and Play Station as last. Down the side of the 800 metres mark, Zeppelin the leader, a half the Super Espion. A length away, King Lotto third, Schumann the middle, City Hall tucked away in on the fence. Then came Just Imagine, Rocket Balls on the inside of Hot Secret. A length away, Mr. Kabbalah, followed by Turf King, Pleasure Giver, Na Wong. Further back, Frisky Star, Mallet, Dapples, Play Station, and last West Express. On the turn to the 400, and Zeppelin tackled by Super Espion, King Lotto 3 out, Just Imagine 4 out. Then Schumann, City Hall, Mr. Kabbalah pulled out from Pleasure Giver, and Play Station's coming from a long way back. Just Imagine hit the front at the 250 from King Lotto. Play Station's coming with a wet sail on the outside, then Pleasure Giver, but shortly afterwards Play Station had raced to the lead. Pleasure Giver went into second spot, but Play Station drew clear, and Play Station beat Pleasure Giver. Third, King Lotto from Just Imagine, Frisky Star, Mr. Kabbalah, then Rocket Ball, Turf King, West Express, Mallet. The next home was Zeppelin, then Super Espion, Na Wong, followed by Schumann, Hot Secret, and Dapples, and last home was City Hall, and that is what you call a blistering performance.
Don't get in the speed battle, and no, if you can look for runs, looks...
You've trained some good ones. How far can he go, Gerald?
I don't know whether he's a Group 1 horse, but, you know, he's still down carrying a kilo above the minimum in handicaps, you know. No, he's Group 2, Group 3 horse, but we'll just see.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Gerald Ryan joining us there. He's pretty happy after Play Station took out the AA.
Frisky Star,
It's happening on track here. No support for the toppy. Faboo's been a bit easy. Actually, it's been a sizable drifter on track number 2 for Boo. Spring Scene has been rock solid right through with Crop. So numbers 10 and 12 of $10 and 12 of
$513,000 invested. Accelerator is the favourite, and Tappy, it's one of the amazing stories. What's the full brother to this horse? A stayer in Sydney. One's going around in a 6 furlong sprint, and one is a stayer, and they're full brothers.
Yeah, that's Consolidator, Brendan.
That's right.
Yeah, unbelievable, and tries to understand genetics will go punchy very quickly. Okay, well, there's the market update on the Magic Millions for 2001, and I was very interested.
How would you feel if you're Brett Preble? You've drawn 16 alley the last 2 races. You've won by a nose on Paradiddle. You've come from 12 lengths behind the leader on Play Station to win the 2 big ones so far. And you've been given the responsibility of King of Prussia, a wayward colt from an outside gate. Shove Off is set. They are off in the millions, and Shove Off was actually one of the first to go, and Time Out began brilliantly. Look at Accelerator go on the outside in the run to the first corner. It's Time Out, Accelerator, and Ha Ha driving up on the fence. They led round the first corner. Common Smites are fourth, followed by Magic Albert, Pimpala Warrior. Further back then came Shove Off on the inside, going around them, Strategic Image, followed by Twin Peak, Merkaba. Miss Bustle's a long way back on the field, Admiral Robinson and King of Prussia second last, and last Cavoisier. Down towards the 650 metres mark they run, and Ha Ha's just in front of Accelerator, Time Out, and Magic Albert's out deep as they come to the home bend. So too Pimpala Warrior. Chong Tong's just behind those. Common Smites a Shove Off. Miss Bustle looking for a run, and King of Prussia's going to come through the field in the straight, and Time Out joined by Ha Ha, Accelerator, Chong Tong, Miss Bustle getting into the clear. Magic Albert next, and King of Prussia's racing erratically. Ha Ha, Time Out tackled by Accelerator, then Magic Albert. That Accelerator race to the lead with 100 metres to go. Accelerator in front. Miss Bustle's flying home. It'll be too late, and Accelerator beat Miss Bustle and Magic Albert. Then Ha Ha followed by Shove Off, Time Out, Chong Tong. The next Cavoisier followed by King of Prussia, Common Smites, Merkaba, Admiral Robinson a long way back, and so too Pimpala Warrior followed by Twin Peaks, and last home is Strategic Image. Fourth, Ha Ha, and fifth went to 13, and that was Shove Off. Long neck, 3/4, 19.73 the time. You've got the numbers of 1, 12, 2 and 15.
Weren't there some runs in that? Accelerator was a well-tried favourite, starting 13 to 4, and got up to beat the luckless Miss Bustle Magic Albert.
Rang up before, one said Miss Bustle was a good thing beaten, so I'm just going to stand back, and you can have your say.
Well, look, at the end of the day, she passed him and beat him, but she couldn't. She might have got to him, but I doubt whether she'd have got past him. He's a tough little guy, my horse, and he just kept finding.
Were you aware of any of the challenges at all? Were you aware this horse was coming at you late?
Not late, no, because he started to idle down, my guy.
That was the run, wasn't it?
Both those horses. I said to my husband yesterday, the horse that beats Miss Bustle wins this race, because she has gone ahead in leaps and bounds, and I know...
Seeing you next weekend.
Thanks, Brendan.
By the way, you do look like you're due to go down to the beach with that shirt on.
Well, I'm on my way. See you later.
You should see these shirts from this side.
And for our viewers who would like to be able to...
Beside all of those other pieces.
The strongest rap came from G. Bob for wine.
Racy type, Tony.
He is, and yeah, was a beaut, Cappy. On top, Fair Embrace, who most expensive runner of the graduates from the sale. $75,000 she cost, and she looks terrific. Second pick is number 10, True.
$300,000. It's enough to go and buy a few more yearlings when the sale kicks off on Monday, 10:30 a.m. at the Inglis Complex. Let's take you to the track for the Classic.
Gates open, Artificial, slow to get going, Distinctive Dancer, and going out fast, True Jules, Fair, wide out on the track, Feel the Noise going forward, and Fair Embrace making a line of 4. Bukamanchi behind those, then Magic's ones, and out wide on the track, Taraga from Artificial before the bend. Feel the Noise, the front runner, Fair Embrace came off the fence, and 3 wide, Distinctive Dancer. Back on the inside, just being heeled along the Victorian filly, True Jules. Getting up inside of her, Magic Heaven, and the 2 fillies had a bad buffeting coming around the corner. They were followed by Devil and Bestowed's pull to the extreme outside, and he's about to unload. Fair Embrace over the rise, Skip Clear led 2 lengths. The WA filly, Magic Heaven, giving chase. Down the outside, Bestowed from Distinctive Dancer, True Jules on the fence, but Fair Embrace and Grant's Cookley. Dancer, True Jules on the fence, but Fair Embrace and Grant's Cookley's went for home. Cooksley pulled the persuader, and Fair Embrace, the strategic fillies, 3 lengths in front of Magic Heaven. True Jules getting home when it's all over, but Fair Embrace has run them into the ground and is going to score a scorching victory. Went home on it 3 lengths on the post. Magic Heaven or True Jules, nothing in at second and third. They were followed by Bestowed, Taraga late from Artificial, Devil, Distinctive Dancer, Grimer behind those from Feel the Noise, then Breakaway, Honeymoon Lodge, and Mukamanchi last in. True Jules on the outside. The 2 fillies went second prize to True Jules, tried very hard. She got a real buffeting. Brian York second, coming around the bend with Magic Heaven, ridden by Dan Beasley. 3.
Can't split a few of them in the Australia Stakes. Let's check those out for you now. Bomber Bill, Sent Home, and So Gorgeous, all on 100. Miss Penny Money, 93, the reigning champion, 2-6-12 from 8. Number 1 is Align, former star juvenile at $27, $7.40 Bomber Bill, $37 Arkanarton. We'll take a look at them shortly. Sedation, $10, $19 for Sent Home, $3.90 Miss Penny Money, Dan Beasley's mount. Across from there we go to number 10, Nina Haraka, first up for 15 months at $11. Scenic Warrior, the Sandown Guineas winner. I can tell you, if that horse wins, the owners will tear down the grandstand. They're a noisy bunch. $3.60 for So Gorgeous, Karen McAvoy.
And the biggest tip around all night has been for Scenic Warrior. Lee Friedman and Damien Oliver have finished second in this race on 3 occasions, but they've never been able to win it. Perhaps the tide will turn in one of Moonee Valley's biggest sprint races tonight. Scenic Warrior. At Bomberville the inside, all clear and away, and winning the start was Akhenaten. Bomberville got away well. So Gorgeous dwelt a little, and she's settling towards the end but driving through. Scenic Warrior midfield as they race past So Gorgeous, 6th on the inside, and the lime green colours in an awkward place round that turn. Sent Home's off the track with Sedation, and Nina Haraka's last of all. Up the side near the 600, Akhenaten led from Bomberville the inside. Scenic Warrior handy to them, and Delina's out wide. Miss Penny Money only a length and a half away behind them, and then Sent Home and Sedation wide out.
So Gorgeous on the rail, second last, coming towards the turn end, Nina Haraka. Akhenaten on the outside, Bomber Bill sliding up on the fence to join him. Scenic Warrior 3 deep, and then followed Sedation. Miss Penny Money next, and So Gorgeous trying to work into the race, but Bomber Bill, he's kicked away. Scenic Warrior starting to close on him now, and then Akhenaten and Sedation, Miss Penny Money, but Bomber Bill's away with 100 to go. Scenic Warrior can't rally, then Akhenaten, Nina Haraka charging home. Bomber Bill in front, Scenic Warrior sticks to his guns, but Bomber Bill takes it out. Bomber Bill a little over a length to Scenic Warrior and Nina Haraka, a dazzling first up run. Next in was Akhenaten, Sent Home and Sedation. A long break in the field then to So Gorgeous. After the start, she was right out of it. Second last is Miss Penny Money, and last is Align.
Bomber Bill from Scenic Warrior. He's back in the Group 1 club. Andrew Bensley has his trainer, Russell Cameron. Russell Cameron, we're walking towards you. He's walking down. Congratulations, Russ.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Andrew.
How about that?
Sensational, yeah, great.
Just walk down to the front if you can, mate. How did you feel through the race? Because we were expecting the other Aquanita horse to jump to the lead.
She blew the start a little bit, right, and so therefore we were able to roll forward on her own, and Akhenaten crossed us, but...
Group 1 winning jockeys as we check out Quinellas and Trifectas, $23.30, 464. The crowd in unanimous applause for the...
Russell Cameron and Stephen Arnold combined. That was Stephen's only ride on Thursday night. And for Russell Cameron, Maxie, first of all, Tarumba, Iglesia, Toledo, Mannington. Not a bad sprinting lineup.
Yes, very good. I thought the run of Scenic Warrior in the race, though, was pretty good. I thought that perhaps Damien Oliver had to ride the horse a trifle close, had to adapt to the circumstances. And Bomber Bill, under the pace and the tempo of the race, I think is a very, very hard horse to beat. And I think Scenic Warrior didn't lose anything from that performance.
And as you alluded to, throwing to the race, Brendan, the run of Nina Haraka was particularly eye-catching, as was the performance of Akhenaten, who had to cross early and get to the lead. He raced quite fiercely. First up, over a bit more ground, I think he'll be right in the finish.
Yeah, mile and a quarter horse first up. The same applies.
Reign Supreme chasing hard. Wider out Soldier Blue, smiling like Ebony Honor over on the inside, and then Armstrong. Green Street, 200 to go. They're closing on it. Wider out, smiling like Michael Walker, and Ebony Honor's coming with it. Smiling like in front. Ebony Honor tries hard, then Starina. The Wizkid's gonna win the cup. Smiling like got it. Smiling like brilliant in the finish. Ebony Honor, Starina, Armstrong, our unicorn, Paddy Maloney. No alimony uncle. Then Reign Supreme. Green Street next. Soldier Blue. Mary Jo.
First Group 1 victory for the whiz kid of New Zealand race riding, Michael Walker, Smiling Like, owned by Sir Patrick and Lady Hogan, who also had a winner at Randwick on Friday. Showzeel. That was
up, and I just want him to save a little bit for her, that's all.
Got a big autumn program mapped out for her. Where will she be heading?
Oh, well, if she wins today, I think...
Ken Grande, a dual winner of the race. We've seen a couple of very good country performers come and win it too. One of those, of course, from Coffee. For the challenge. Racing, starter caught them in a perfect line. Nantien and Bush Outlaw fast out. Nantien is going to roar through and lead the way. 8-8's moving up to be second. Bush Outlaw 3. It's Nantien in front, 6:50 to go with 8-8's cruising up to be second. One away, Bush Outlaw, Pride and Power on the fence. One back, Hellenic Prince. Natoire about to switch out deep to start a run from Pimpala Prince, homeward bound. And Nantien up against the fence, straightened up in front with the filly. 8-8's breathing down his throat. 1.5 to Bush Outlaw, then came on the inside Pride and Power. Natoire eased to the centre of the track and he's running on well. 8-8's at the 250 on top of the rise, given full bore, and the little filly race to the front. Here is Pimpala Prince and he's scorching down the outside with a great run. Pimpala Prince moved up to 8-8's, grabbed the lead from Natoire and Nantien, and Pimpala Prince storming clear, won at 2.5 to 8-8's. Natoire third, I think, from Hellenic Prince, Bush Outlaw and Nantien, and last of all would have been Pride and Power. Well, a big day for Gordon York and Shane Treweek, two winners, and he spoilt the party with a barnstorming run right down the outside. He's come from last into the finishing burst of Pimpala Prince, Gordon York, Shane Treweek, and punters are left straggling for excuses as the bolter comes home to...
Yeah, one of SA's leading hopes in the upcoming event.
And there is a strong tip at good odds about number 2, Cryptavia, with Stephen Arnold aboard. Crixie, the favourite, 6.10. And a double figure from Stud Stakes. It's Piavonic at 4.70 and down to Rain Dance Lady at 5.90.
Spice Doll, Rain Dance Lady, a winner of this race last year. Dan Inkling to come. Still Porter Rockers away. Problems with Porter. Set racing now. Beginning fast out wide on the track, going for the lead, Lazaire, showing good speed, Zufir. Away nicely, Fayruz and Crixie are driving hard along the inside in the leading group of horses. Followed by Hamster Jazz, Umar Line, and then came Piavonik. Us is Flurry's Gem, and last of all is Cryptavia. And Dan Inkling is about fourth last. The leader is Crixie, striding freely, 3 in front as they come up to the turn and make the 400-metre corner. In second place on the outside, or second now, is Fayruz going clear, followed by Zufir, and then came around them Lazaire. This leader's a big leader, Crixie, before the turn in the Swettenham Stud Stakes. Well back in the field came Ticket to Rome right off the track with Dan Inkling, Rain Dance Lady. He's had a look around. Julian Harris on Crixia leads by 3 to Fayruz. Then came Piavonik starting to run on. Deeper out, Umar Line is starting to let down with a big run. Crixia the leader. Here's Umar Line over the top with Fayruz. Crixia's in front walking. Fayruz and Umar Line on the outside. Fayruz and Umar Line. Fayruz just in front. Umar Line lunged. It's very close between Umar Line and Fayruz. Third placing out wide, Porto Rock has flown home and probably tipped out Crixia from Spice Doll, Rain Dance Lady. Then Empress Waltz, Piavonik had her chance, followed by Hamster Jazz, and then came Flurry's Gem, followed by Cryptavia, Lazaire, well back Dan Inkling, then Zufir and Ticket to Rome was amongst the tail enders. 1:08.14's the time. Goodness me, that's a run and a half.
Well, close here. Fayruz the inside, Umar Line. They go to the line, locked together, and Fayruz's head comes down. Oh, no, Umar Line comes down. Oh, it's tight, isn't it? How tight?
7, the top tipped here, Ascot Road, $3.70 on injury.
Of the day. And Fabu is at 5.30. Happy Morning, 12. Sarson Trail, 15. Zero Rules, 5.70. Surtees, 12. Diamond Dane, 4.70. Mr. Murphy, $4. Filatimo, $8.90. And write your own ticket.
And of course you have to include the favourite Fabu. I think if the speed's on, he comes into the race, but if they go slow, he's going to struggle a little bit.
Placed 3 times in the race. He rides Mr. Murphy from the outside. Set and away. Diamond Dane jumped okay on the inside with Sarson Trail and Filatimo. Happy Morning and Fubu's got away fast, going up towards the front in the early part of this race. And Mr. Murphy's on the improve as well. Gunnermatter dropped out to the tail. Zero Rules is third last as they enter the back straight. Mr. Murphy worked up from the outside barrier. And Mr. Murphy tried to slow the tempo in the run to the turn at the 800, led by a length and a half. Fubu second, Diamond Dane a length away third, the rail. A length to Happy Morning, fourth the outside. Sarson Trail fifth, the rail. They're followed then by moving up on the outside is Zero Rules, followed by Gunnermatter, Surtees and Filatimo dropped out last. Inside the 600, Mr. Murphy by a length. Diamond Dane on the inside and Fubu the outer. Then follows Happy Morning, Sarson Trail. Zero Rules hard ridden to make some ground, and Surtees is staking his claim off the track as they swing the corner. And the leader, Mr. Murphy from Fubu. Diamond Dane on the rails is under the whip, and then came Happy Morning. Zero Rules struggling. Mr. Murphy round the turn in front from Fubu and Diamond Dane. It's Mr. Murphy. He kicked away on Fubu and Diamond Dane. They can find nothing, and Mr. Murphy sprints right away. He opens up at the last little bit, and Mr. Murphy won it, eased up by 3. Diamond Dane, a half head to Fubu. Then came Happy Morning, a break to Zero Rules, Sarson Trail, and the rest of them at the back of the field were Filatimo, Gunnermatter and Surtees in a line. Well, what a win. Terrific victory for number 7, Mr. Murphy. Damien Oliver controlling the pace, racing to the front at the first turn, gave him a little step.
We might be able to sort of tuck in behind one of the natural leaders, but obviously Damien didn't have many other options from where he drew. I thought it was a terrific... Well, no, he was on trial today because obviously we wanted to see if he'd run a genuine trip. Certainly on that performance, I'd say we'd have to look at it.
Yeah, okay. I think Lee would be pretty happy.
But you think he'd explode away from such good opposition the way he did?
No, I think that that surprised us all a little bit, the ease with which he did beat them. He beat some good horses, horses like Zero Rules and Surtees and Sarson Trail, beat them 10 lengths. And, you know, here's where he really put the gap on the mark. He seems to have that turn of foot, and to break 12 seconds for your last 200 metres and be eased down doing it. It was very impressive.
And the other thing about the horse, Rich, is that he looks a very adaptable type horse, particularly with the blinkers off. He relaxed beautifully for Damien mid-race, and it made it very difficult for the other horses to catch him, because he actually ran his last half mile in 46 and change. Well, it was an impossibility for the others to beat him. There were
options when you look towards the...
Oh, he's got to find a bit of form. His first run he was underdone, and but I'm sure he's going to. I think Mr. Murphy's tremendous odds at 9 to 1. I mean, For me, I can't have Fubu in front of him at 6 to 1, but yeah,
and the running of the Chester Manifold Stakes. And this should be a terrific run.
The King of Flemington after today, if things go according to plan. And the next Rancho Spark controlling the tempo of the race, coming up towards the turn, a little over a length clear. The Collector second, Slalom third the outside. Shore Blue tucked away on the inside, easing away from the rails, and Ken Chevelle gets up along the inside of him now. Iron Horse pulls out. PlayStation tracks Iron Horse into the race. Ballet Signora's last as they cornered. Rancho Spark came away from the fence. The Collector and Ken Chevelle come through along the inside. Wider out. Slalom's taking his claim and 3 lengths away then. PlayStation, he's had to pull the whip. Rancho Spark at the 200. Ken Chevelle coming at him. Slalom wider out. PlayStation starting to left in the final 200 metres there across the track. Slalom getting up to Rancho Spark. PlayStation is coming at them hard. Rancho Spark still the leader. PlayStation lunging. They hit the line and Shore Blue's taking a dive too. This is close. Shore Blue, Rancho Spark, PlayStation out wide. They're right across the track here. Slalom and Ken. Number 2, Shore Blue has burst through the pack to win in the absolute last stride. Rancho Spark, Ken Chevelle and the Slalom with PlayStation were fighting.
To the PlayStation were fighting. To the feature, Shore Blue poking through, nicely ridden by Shane Cale. 5:51
over there. He has had 2 runs on dead tracks and failed both times, but that was last preparation. He's a lot stronger horse this time in. So I'll give him a chance. I'll give number 4, Air War, first up here. He's good odds if you're looking for something to throw in trifectas. Trial very well just recently. He's a horse with a bit of ability, raced very greenly.
The Lightning, as they go onto the track, there's Blackbean leading the field out for the running of this year's L'Oreal of Paris Lightning Stakes. Brett Preble aboard. It's at 5:10, 17 for Sports. Good tip on
Leaving the mounting yard, Graham. Normal practice. A winner down the straight, Danny.
French break. Up into the line. Easy Rocking is coming up. Jimmy Cassidy on board. He won it on Shaftesbury Avenue on 91. Ready for the Lightning. They're away. St. Petersburg bounded out fast on the inside from Normal Practice Sports. Nandian got out fast. Over on the other side, and Zeriz began quickly. Blackbean is snagging over their heels early. Away quickly is Secret Remedy, but St. Petersburg at the 800 metres has sufficient pace to lead the Lightning field from Nandian and Sports out between them. Then came Secret Remedy, French Braids not far away from them, nor Bomber Bill down on the inside, followed by Mannington in the middle of the field. Zariz next, followed by Steel City. Normal Practice a good way back over on the inside from Easy Rocking and Blackbean. At the 400, Sports just in front. From Nanty in the outside and St. Petersburg. French Braids right behind them with Secret Remedy hard ridden. Zeriz and Mannington's trying to get into the clear. She's blocked away. Easy Rocking coming down the outside inside the 200. Sports in front of Nanty and St. Petersburg and then Mannington. It's Sports in front at the 100 metres. He's a length in front. Blackbean and Easy Rocking are swallowing him up out wide, but Sports in front and Sports has won it nearly a length. Blackbean and Easy Rocking. St. Petersburg close up from Nanty and Mannington. Then Bomber Bill, Zariz and Steel City behind these for French Braids, and then came Secret Remedy and Normal Practice.
We're now just waiting for Wayne Hawkes to come down, but you rode this as a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Sports.
Ran third on it in the Blue Diamond Stakes, Graham, and even at the 100-metre mark, I thought it was...
Been an underrated galloper in the stable, hasn't he?
Well, he has. I mean, he did win the first two-year-old race of his year about 5 years ago, and, you know, he's a great old sound horse. He's a dual Group 1 winner now, but, you know, everything panned out good. Everything sat off him, and Darren just dictated in front, and that was the difference. He had a real cushy...
Lightning 2, 1 and 3, $39.60 the Quinella, $446 the trifecta.
And what is going on here? And it was supposed to be a youngsters' day yesterday, and the place getters were 6, 5 and 4, so maybe it is a weekend for the oldies.
I actually thought they were disappointing, the 3-year-olds. At this time of year, I think in the autumn, you're looking for the 3-year-olds to make the improvement. The last 3 years, this race has been won by 3-year-olds, and they've always run very well, and the 3-year-olds really didn't perform in this race. Old Sports got a cushy run in front. They just left him alone, let him coast along in front. Well, he's always going to run a good sectional his last 600 if you leave a tough old sprinter like him out there on his own, Drew.
Freshing up with beach work and all that, is that the clue?
I have to agree with you. I don't think...
About French Braids. Dark blue, red halves, white cap with blacks, 22 minutes to post time. Inspire, 55. Royale X at 38. Desert Eagle, 340. Nyavnek, 204,000 in the wind pool. Paradiddle, 11. Lord Dane, 720. Adelaide. Costa's off, has the tongue tie on today. He moved up into the gates next, and Crop joined them. Came across with big raps. Now they're away. and he's missed the start. Niavnik, one of the first out was Starbucks looking for the lead, and Crop was away fast from his outside barrier. Going forward, 2 Costas off to settle up in third placing inside of those 2 leaders, followed by Adolescence. Then Desert Eagle settling down about 5th. Wonder Lord Dane, a length further back, gone quickly. And the leader is Starbucks, narrowly in front of Crop, a length and a half or 2 away to Costas off. Adolescence showing good toe as 4th the rail. Scalado right behind him is 5th from Desert Eagle. Springsteen getting through on the inside, and then Lord Dane, Torless and Paradiddle. Burley worse in midfield on the rail, followed by Niavnik and Major Breakthrough. Inspire third to last as they cornered from Royale Exit and Zasman. Starbucks led around the home turn from Crop and Adolescence right in behind them, and then Costas off. Wider out is Scalado. He's poised to make his run now. He's coming, and Desert Eagle is coming with him with Lord Dane wider out and Burley getting a run through. Crop has moved up to Starbucks with 2.50 to go. Costas off is coming with Scalado now. Crop's the leader. Costas off and Scalado are closing. Scalado on the outside moving up with 100 to go. Costas off is going with him in the middle. Costas off is finishing it a little better, and Costas off is won it by a head. Scalado. Crop held third from Burley, and then Desert Eagle and Lord Dane from Adolescence. Next was Tourless, then Springsteen and Royale Exit, followed by Starbucks. Niavnik was next, and they were trailed then by Inspire. Well back in this field is Paradiddle. Towards the end is Zasman and Major Breakthrough last of all.
You know, I knew he had a bit more ability than what he showed last week in an average race last week, so you know, everything went right today, and all credit to the horse.
Did further. Well done. That she needed further. I would have further. I would have.
Interesting, Richard, that David Moody, the owner of the horse, has overruled trainer Matthew Ellerton and wants to run the horse in the Guineas now.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise. I think if you win the lead-up race, you know, you're entitled to have a shot at the Guineas. He was looming up. Costas off's got the white blaze in their yellow and blue and red colours on the inside of him, and the 2 of them grabbed Crop in the lead. Now Scalado's clearly headed him here and was going to go on a win, and I think his condition just peaked about 50 metres out. Allowed Costas off to work away and just beat him, and Crop, who was also getting a bit tired.
Good horse, big ask, isn't it?
It certainly is. It seems off the planet, really.
Yeah, well, you know, I see this week they haven't galloped it that much. They've been, I think they've been swimming her a fair bit.
Granada still hasn't moved in as Flying Spice approaches the gates, and off at the 1400 metres, and the baggy green flew out of the barriers again and found the lead comfortably over Pont on Flyer, who jumped well, will settle down in second placing, although there's Lan Kwai Fong going up now with Deltrice on the outside, so Pont on Flyer third or fourth the rail. Flying Spice leaders to go, and the baggy green by a length and a half. Lan Kwai Fong showing up second. Pont on Flyer third on the rail from Deltrice the outside. Flying Spice is 5th. 2 lengths Dandify, Oh Blue Angel on the rails. 2 or 3 lengths to Suba, and they're followed by Dashing Granada and Sophie's Rule on the outside. At the turn at the 600, the baggy green is going to swing the corner, about 3/4 clear from Lan Kwai Fong, and Deltrice wider out. Pont on Flyer right behind the leader. She's had a cosy run, needs a little bit of luck now. Then Flying Spice, Oh Blue Angel and Dandify coming with her run on the outside. 3:50 to go. The baggy green from Lan Kwai Fong. Pont on Flyer disappointed for a run. She's trying to ease over hills and get into the clear. Now on the outside, Oh Blue Angel coming with her run. Lan Kwai Fong has hit the lead. Pont on Flyer's in the clear, but Lan Kwai Fong's away. Oh Blue Angel and Dandify battling along behind her, but Lan Kwai Fong is clear and will win it well. Lan Kwai Fong beat Dandify by 2. Pont on Flyer and neck back third. Oh Blue Angel fourth, and then came Dasuba, who finished fairly from Flying Spice, the baggy green Deltrice, Sophie's Rule, and last Dashing Granada.
Stop. A good consolation prize for her, wasn't it, after her enormous runs in the Wakefield and the Oaks, where she was...
He really gets the line well, just have to try and come in with run. I still think he'll be hard to beat because he...
Stories to emerge from the vanity. Michael, what did you think of Flying Spice?
Well, I thought it was a pretty good run, Brendan, because like it was sort of just midfield too wide, and when Darren came up on the outside on Dandify, he tried to come out and they collided quite heavily, and it actually copped a pretty severe check and lost all its momentum, dropped back, and you don't really see it in the film till late in the race, but it started to get to the line quite well. I thought it was a very good effort.
Dandify is starting to look a bit more dour now, isn't she?
She sure is. Richard, what are your thoughts?
Well, I was particularly impressed with the winner. I think she's proved she's a great horse. You know, her efforts during the spring were fantastic. And I love the way Kieran McAvoy here just held Pont and Flyer inside him on the fence. Pont and Flyer actually went for a run on the fence, and Kieran just held his position and shut the gate a little bit, and then once Pont and Flyer, who he probably thought was his main danger at the time, when she'd been locked away and the race, there wasn't enough time for her to get out and get going, he took off on the winner. And I think he's a smart, heady rider, this boy. What did you think of the race?
Yeah. Race 4 at Eagle Farm. There's Sunline on screen now for this, the Waikato Draft Sprint of 1,400 metres, race number 12 for us in New Zealand. Fritz at 16. Down to Carpstad, way number 3, 14 does. A lot of interest in this. Best of the others, Life of Riley at $28, number 6. Now, Sunline's out to $1.40 on the New South Wales TAB, $1.40 on Super Tab, Queensland at
Set. Racing, Group 1 underway, Waikato Draft Sprint, and dropping out early now is Capstard Way, leading the lot charge out now. Sunline, she's going round strongly, she's put her head in front. Spring Rain is showing speed on the rail, followed Star of Gold. Then we've got Life of Riley, Fritz going up on the outside. Vegas on the outer, and Shoella splits that pair. 10 to 12, first to last, and Sunline in front and out of trouble at the 700 metres. And Charles takes a hold of this wonderful mare, led by a length and a half to Fritz. Spring Rain down on the inside. There followed Star of Gold, stablemate of the favourite. Golden Butterfly came next, a length and a half. Life of Riley, they run past the 600 metres. Derzetta Volcare, one under the Old Dragon. Then we got Hill of Grace, O'Malley's Boy. Surfers back in the field was Vegas and Shoella. And Capstard Way, Sunline makes a turn and she's only trotting. Sunline goes for home, she's opened up 1.5. Fritz on the outside. Spring Rain there, followed by Star of Gold, then Golden Butterfly. Charles hasn't moved as yet, and Sunline, the winner of $9.9 million. She's well clear. It's all over the Group 1 event. She's opening up the opposition. 4, 5, 6. On the outside, Fritz and Spring Rain. Sunline has won it, and won it in a canter. Second home is Fritz, third is Spring Rain. There followed Derzetta, Golden Butterfly, one under. In behind them came Capstard Way, Hill of Grace. Then we've got Shoella, the Old Dragon, Bold Care, then Life of Riley.
And, well, I have the same reaction every time I watch her. I'm speechless. Peter Snowden joins me now from Crown Lodge. Peter's pretty used to good horses. He's had a few around him in his time, Octagonal and others. She's just something different, isn't she?
Yeah, she's another gear to what most horses are, John. She's just got that ability to jump and work to the front without spending any juice at all. Relaxes and just finds heaps at the finish. Very good horse.
And yet she...
A very high cruising speed and just keeps fighting. Super horse.
Well, speaking of unique, Joe, a mare called Sunline was just something special in New Zealand yesterday. In fact, it was her first ever Group 1 win in New Zealand in the Waikato Draft Sprint. Have a look at this return. Wow, wasn't that special? 1:22.24 her time. The likes of Hill of Grace, Carpstad Way, Shoella and Fritz were behind her. Some good horses, Michael. You've had a look at the times and the quality of what she beat.
Just a super horse. She defies logic what she does. She just keeps winning, 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 and puts us. She's lucky she can put herself in the right position all the time. She gets up near the lead, and nobody seems to want to challenge her. But you know, in the few times she's been beat, you know, like I think when Fairway beat her in Melbourne, I thought that wasn't really one of Greg Charles' best rides. I thought he went a bit too soon.
And still no confirmation where she's headed in the next month or so. Any mail in Melbourne?
No, there's not a lot of mail about where she's headed. They're all keeping very tight-lipped, the McKees and the Kiwi fraternity. I tell you what, though, this mare deserves to race on the world stage. This is the best mare I've ever seen race. She's getting to the stage where I think she might be the best horse I've ever seen race, and there's only one other you could put in the class with her, and that might be Kingston Town.
Really?
And for her to be rated, not even in the top 4 best mares in the world on turf, it is an insult to Australian and New Zealand racing and to Hong Kong racing, because she's won up there as well. And I think this mare is the one horse who could put Australasian racing on the world map, but if she gets an opportunity to.
They haven't given her much of a break either. She seems to be going around all the time.
She just loves it. Doesn't hurt her. Doesn't hurt her. It hurts all the ones that...
Interesting. In the Doncaster.
Yes, there's another Group 1 run and won yesterday in New Zealand, and a horse who's coming here for the Australian Cup by the name of Giovanna was successful. As we take this break, she races away to win the Wakanui Stud International Stakes.
Clear the Blues Traveller. Heroes just in front of Giovanna, followed by Spotswood. In behind them, Morally, but Giovanna quickly put pace to Hero, and Giovanna and Peter Johnson, they'll take the Group 1 Wakanui Stud International Stakes easily. She's a meanie, flashes up for second. Bluebird the word third. Then Hero with a nice race on the inside fourth.
At race number 2, the Amy Blue Diamond Prelude for the fillies, and that's due to get underway.
at Phaser $1.80. Patton 16, Royal Song 14, Titanic Road.
Graham, this is Bel Delago on screen, about to move up one of the outside. Set to go, off now. Phaser jumped well, so did Donna Natalia. Moon Dragon was away okay. Titanic Rose showed no pace from the inside. Donna Natalia sped through and led. Phaser's going with her and joining her on the outside. 3 lengths last. The favourites 1-2 at the 600 metres. Donna Natalia the inside and Phaser the outer. And they lead from Magic Heaven. Royal Thong going up wide out. Just behind them, Titanic Rose over on the rail as they swing the corner in a bunch field. Next is Pattons. Moon Dragon pull to the outside and Bel Delago. Donna Natalia, Phaser, they corner. A little between the two of them. Phaser just put the nose in front. Donna Natalia trying to rally on the inside. And then Titanic Rose is trying to get into the clear. Phaser had a head in front of Donna Natalia and Titanic Rose from Magic Heaven, but Phaser's about 3/4 in front. She holds them out and Phaser wins it well. Phaser first, Titanic Rose a length and a quarter away second. Either Magic Heaven or Donna Natalia, who battled away on the rails for third. Well clear of Bel Delago, and they were trailed
1-3.2 far, which is just inside, about 8/10 inside the track record. So it's a pretty good gallop.
It certainly
pretty good gallop.
It has a special here in the shape of Lonhro, race 3, number 3, Brett Preble aboard. And the top raider is Lonhro, ahead of Sheraton, Tosamba and Niwan. Sheraton 369.20 over Daly, Lonhro $2.10, double figure odds the other.
Time will be interesting because the fillies ran 1 minute 3.24, so we'll see what the Colts and Gelding. Set the jump all clear. Away, Lonhro jumped okay. So too did Sheraton. Calhoun a touch slow. Oberdelli sped through and took the lead in the early part. At the 1,000 metres, Oberdelli with great pace early, set up 2 lengths to Calhoun, quickly recovered. At the 600 metres, Oberdelli went 4 lengths clear to Calhoun. Over on the inside, just behind it is Cafe Strip running into second placing now, and then Lonhro and Sheraton. The 2 favourites are racing together coming around the turn. Niwan right behind them from Ruby's Jester and Tosamba. Oberdelli cornered in front of Cafe Strip. Sheraton went wide with Lonhro, both making their runs down the middle of the course. Oberdelli at the 200, he's a leader by a length and a half. Coming after him quickly, Lonhro. Sheridan's not going on with it. Lonhro's after Oberdelli, then Cafe Strip and Niwan, but Lonhro's burst away. The last 50 he starts to draw clear, and Lonhro an impressive winner by 2 lengths on the line to Niwan. Tosamba got up for third, then Cafe Strip, Oberdelli. Back behind those to finish then was Ruby's Jester. Sheraton dropping right out of it after cornering poorly, and Calhoun is a distant last. Time will be an important factor, I guess, in just trying to weigh the two of them up, but no doubt Lonhro is an absolute thorough professional. The son of Octagonal, absolute.
Yeah, he's a lovely horse. He reminds you so much of Octagonal, doesn't he? Sort of, come around the corner. He did tell Brett, don't go and wait until you straighten up before he even did a half look to pull on the stick, and he did what he was told. And he was sort of just looked like he was grinding when he put one.
Watching him walk around the yard.
Yeah, he's just like his dad. I mean, they're all, nearly everyone looks like Octagonal, and even the ones that don't look like, they're all throwing to him, and that's what great size do. They throw to the stallion.
Phaser or Lonhro?
Let's have a look at the Sky ratings. 8 Tickle My and 14 Desert Sky, both at big values. Ahead of 2 Scoozy Please and 6 Sent Home. 8 and 14 from 2 and 6. Here's the tote call. Diatribe 26, Scoozy Please 890, Arcanatan 45, 14 Sent Home, 770 Miss Penny Money, Tickle My $24, Stephen Arnold aboard that. 9 is Doteressa, and it is at 39. Nina Haraka 460, Hit the Roof at 17, 830 for Boo, Scenic Warrior 490, and Desert Sky 19, and the CF Orr in 21 minutes from. Yeah, all right, and this is a Group 1 and a prize money of $300,000 and $1,000 trophy. Right, now just having a look at 2, and next to that in the market would look to be Nina Haraka at $5.
Of them to move up into the line now. Scenic Warrior, the 3-year-old, is the favourite. 3-year-olds have won the race the past 3 years in a row. There's Desert Sky, another 3-year-old, going up into the line up there. Racing. Desert Sky began well, Enzelli towards the tail, and Diatribe also hit the roof, jump fast. Scoozy Please, Doteressa and Akhenaten from wide out are going quickly. Miss Penny Money and Scenic Warrior just off the pace as they settle fully. Desert Sky led.
Akhenaten is ahead away second. 2 lengths Dodoressa on the outright. 1 Sedation. Ticklemeyer's well back and 2 lengths to Enzelli. Past the 800 metres. And her leader is Desert Sky. He's about a neck clear. Akhenaten's running second. 2 lengths away is Miss Penny Money. Dodoressa on her outside. 1 to Scoozy Please trapped out wide, and then Scenic Warrior. A length further back is Sent Home, Hit the Roof, and then Nina Haraka. Half a length to Fubu, Diatribe. Next is Sedation, Tickle My next to last, and 3 Enzelli as they corner. It's Desert Sky from Akhenaten, Dodoressa 3 out. Miss Penny Money sweats on a run. She's getting it 1 off the fence. Scoozy Please deeper out. Scenic Warrior needs a run. He's held up, and then Hit the Roof in the straight. Desert Sky still in front. Miss Penny Money coming at him with Dodoressa and Scoozy Please. Across the track, Desert Sky still in front. Scoozy Please coming at him. Fubu with a late run. Scoozy Please, Desert Sky, hit the roof, the rail. Desert Sky's just in front. Scoozy Please lunge. I think Desert Sky a nose to Scoozy Please and hit the roof on the rails. Just behind them, Diatribe running a big race first up. Scenic Warrior Sent Home. And then Fubu out wider from Miss Penny Money, just wilted the last little bit. Akhenaten next. Nina Haraka, Enzelli, Sedation, Tickle My, and Dodoressa weakening at the back of the field. Judge needs the photo. Desert Sky led everywhere. Scoozy Please made a desperate late lunge at him on the line, and the judge needs the camera to sort them out. I thought Desert Sky might have had a margin, but this is very... Will go to Hit the Roof along the inside. 14-2, and the third place goes to 11 Hit the Roof, and they've run 121.64, which eclipses the track record.
Yep, the time 1:21.64, the previous record, track record of 1:21.7, and young Matthew Ellerton is now with Andrew Ben.
The sales, trying to get a few more maybe for next year.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, you're shaking a bit, mate. Is this pretty good?
Yeah, no, it is. It's good. You know, I'm just a bit overcome. I sort of thought he might meet his mark today, but to his credit, he stood up to the challenge.
Yeah. Great thrill. Well done to Darren Goucher. We'll snare him as soon as he gets off the saddle there.
Yeah, we certainly will. Group 1 success yesterday for Darren Goucher on Sports Equal. Top rater scoring there too.
You know, lead and hold them off down the straight.
Oh, my intentions were to lead. I thought we were going to touch hard. My horse stumbled after he went 2 strides. And I had to fire him up a bit to go forward, but he done the job well.
All right, Darren's jumping aboard there, and well done to them. Group 1 yesterday, Group 1 today, and the jockeys continue to weigh up.
That Diatribe's running that, Al.
Must have been an unbelievable run. Like, you know, the hardest part about most of these, Graham, when you see it live for the first time, you can't watch everything, unfortunately. We don't.
Just a quick look at